Ho, ho, ho! Santa Claus here to remind you to help spread some holiday cheer and earn some exclusive rewards for yourself while giving NaruTalk a whole lot of help. Go to www.patreon.com/NaruTalkPod and pledge $2 or more for bonus episodes, Discord access, and shoutouts galore. Well, that's all that old Santa Claus came here to say. Merry Christmas to all, and have a happy Monday.
Hey everyone, this is Naruto Uzumaki, and you're listening to NaruTalk. Believe it!
Welcome one and all to NaruTalk's Christmas show, the greatest Christmas special ever to be all about Naruto. The host of this program is Liam, that's me, and I'm joined by my co-hosts Morgan, Raj, and Katie. Whoa. Hey guys, welcome to the NaruTalk Christmas Special.
Wow.
The most special.
Are we your little elves? Are we like in a factory right now?
Yep. We're
Just
slaves.
tinkering away
Yes,
to like NaruTalk merch?
This is a podcast factory, yes, and we are in it. Hey, so
an idea factory.
Yeah, that's what a podcast is. No.
Sure.
Sometimes, like, if I'm writing something and I need little comedy elements in it, I'll scroll through, like, you know how in the description of the podcast I put like little, like, the headers of what we talked about. I'll be like, sounding, like from a couple weeks ago.
I look for the ones with my name in it. I'm like, when did I say any of that?
Morgan's chin sack was a recent one because we talked about frogs and stuff, and you were like, look at my chin sack.
I don't think I said chin sack, but sure.
Oh, it was chin sack, because why else would I know the word chin sack?
I don't know if it's a thing that exists. You're saying
Chin
it like
sack?
it is a word.
No, chin sack is real.
Well, there are two words that exist.
But
I don't think I've ever heard in any context chin sack.
I have a double chin. I got bullied in school because of it.
Do people call it a chin sack?
Yeah, they call it chin sack.
Wow.
Yeah, I was chin sack
not a
for
real
a
thing.
minute.
I've never heard of this before.
But see, I wouldn't call it chin sack. Jeez, a lot of chin sack talk. No, I wouldn't call it a double chin. I would say it's because my mom can do the exact same thing that you can do, which is the neck frog thing. You know?
My guy would still have a chin sack, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like that just seems right.
I don't know. I always try and picture a live action guy. I'm thinking now he would be Greek. I think I said last week he'd be black. That's neither here nor there.
You could be a black Greek guy.
Oh yeah, that's true.
With a chin sack.
Yeah, he could be all those things.
Yeah.
How is everyone? Usually I ask one-on-one individual, but it rhymed to introduce you all.
It did.
Yeah.
Yeah. How are you? It's 2 days before Christmas right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're in such a holiday
We're also
spirited
Christmassy.
mood.
I'm so spirited that for everybody listening, this is very important for you to know. Even my underwear are Christmas colors.
Our viewership spiked by 2 million.
The only person that knows this is a fact is Katie because she saw me in my underwear.
Can you attest to the fact?
I can attest to the fact that there is green and red.
But your bra and tank top are also Christmas colors?
Yes.
Yeah.
Raj is a Christmas man right now.
I'm
He's
wearing
got
green.
green sweater and a red bow.
Red bow.
welcome.
Yeah.
Not a bow tie. A bow for my hair.
Right, which you thought was a bow tie.
It freaked me out for a second
Right,
because I had to. If it were a bow tie, I had to clip it on vertically.
And it just doesn't connect that way.
That's not at all how bow ties
Unless
work.
you just like tilted your head.
Yeah, if you
So-
like.
yeah,
straight.
so that you were,
Yeah.
then it
Just
worked.
imagine like you're talking to someone, you go, "Oh, hey, Katie," and then you have to snap your neck like, "Great bow tie, yeah."
Well, if everybody got around by cartwheeling, then like 50% of the time it would look like it was the right way.
Oh my god.
So that's
That's wacky.
an argument for a world full of cartwheels.
Speaking of cartwheels, you know what's bullshit, right? This is so weird.
Cartwheels?
Cartwheels. So you know how I was supposed to take circus skills next semester?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I apparently have a class that goes on like so circus skills is from 10:30 to 2:10.
Is it ever?
Yeah. And I have a
4 hours.
class from 12:30 to 2 at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
But if they were to like when you have a conflicting like class thing and you're
It's supposed to not let you sign
exactly.
up, right?
So why am I in this class?
Oh wait, it let you?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So I don't know
Well,
what's gonna happen.
Good luck.
Weird.
I might need to do circus skills in child development class as well.
Why not bring the children to circus skills? That'll be great for them.
Or
No.
bring your circus skills to the children.
What if I well, actually, that's the end goal of circus skills. I hear you're supposed to do something for the children. I'm seeing
This Monday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I when I go into work this Monday, they're gonna be performing. We're getting on a little field trip to the gym. Ooh.
Oh, yeah. I guess that kind of broke the kayfabe. We're not actually recording this 2 days before Christmas,
Yeah.
but it's Christmas time.
In
You know,
our hearts,
exactly.
always.
Well, it's always Christmas in our hearts. So it's so Christmas that since this is a Christmas special, we've left cookies out on the windowsill for Santa Claus. Is that what he does? He runs by your window and steals your cookies?
Well, not usually
That's the Christmas
on
spirit.
the window.
Like,
Put it on a
Is it-
table
yeah, you just
by
kinda
the
have it.
chimney usually.
Okay.
Because that's where he comes in.
from. Unless you
Yeah.
don't have a chimney, then he just comes through your front door because your parents ever so graciously left him a key because Santa Claus is a very kind and trustworthy man.
we're supposed to leave Santa a key?
No, you
I don't know.
most
If you
of
don't
the
have
time
a
you have a
chimney.
chimney.
When I met Santa, he had a black mask and a gun in his hand. So
Yeah.
I
Did he come through your front door?
He broke the window.
Oh,
Bro,
broke the window.
we've got children listening.
Yeah.
If you see a man with a black ski mask and a gun breaking through your window, might not be Santa, might be Santa.
But it might be, is the thing. We don't know. For
Whatever
sure.
you should do, don't let strangers in your house. Call 911. Or 9... What's the other ones in the world? 999?
912.
912.
That's the deluxe package.
If you call 912...
Call 912 and they come in with like a limousine. Line out in the back. Have some drinks if you want.
Wait, are you the one getting arrested at the back of the car? Like, they drive you in a limousine to jail.
Yeah.
And they're like,
wait, you don't call 911 to go to jail yourself.
No, you're calling someone.
Oh.
see
So, all right. I guess you would only call 912 if you were like in a medical emergency, and then you get sent the limo ambulance.
That
Yeah.
just sounds terrible.
Yeah, the lambulance.
The lambulance.
No, that sounds like an ambulance for sheep babies.
Wow.
Improv. What else? There's cookies on the windowsill. That'll come back later
They're
because it's a
fresh
Christmas special.
and warm.
Fresh and warm and baked in the kitchen. Is there a kitchen in this building?
No. In
Not
way
a
back.
legal one, but
Oh.
What?
there are kitchens.
Yeah, the meth labs.
Meth labs everywhere.
And there's at least 2 per floor. It's good for the market, you know? You wouldn't want like a monopoly on meth.
You
wouldn't
go to like D Hall for meth.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Of course.
yeah, that's what the hub's
Well, that's
for.
why we
Oh,
don't
yeah.
we don't smoke like outside anymore because it's the meth.
Right.
Because the walk back inside kind of kills your high entirely.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to minimize that and maximize the most out of your high.
Where would you smoke meth on this campus?
Oh man. Well, the kitchen, I'd assume.
I guess
you have
so.
to test the product.
The kitchen. That's the street name.
That's the street name for my room.
Here's something that's really exciting. Just for me in the future, when I hear this, I'll be like, oh, when this comes out, I will have seen Star Wars, which is very exciting for me.
Star Wars is coming out already?
Yeah, dude.
That is bananas.
I will have seen it 3 days before this podcast came
I
out.
just ripped out all this hair from my head, Morgan. And that's what you're staring at, right?
Yeah.
Is it weird for you to see me rip my own hair out of my head?
No, it's not weird.
Is that
But
from
at
underneath the
first I thought it
bottom?
was Katie and I's other roommate. Like her
Oh,
hair.
you
Because
thought I took her hair and brought it with me like a trophy. I'm
No,
dangling in front of you. You're next, Morgan. This is what's gonna
to
happen.
be honest,
Like,
we're just
listen,
used to
I
finding
cut
it
bangs
everywhere.
today. I may just cut my hair so you can have all of it if you want.
Well,
If
sure.
you're collecting.
If I'm well,
Shouldn't talk with my mouth full. So here's the most exciting thing, and I don't think I said this up top, but it's good, and you heard my first rhymes. The entire outline this week I wrote as a poem. Everything rhymes.
you maniac.
All the way through.
Oh wait, is that what you meant, Katie? By this outline looks crazy?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I was reading it and I was like, I don't understand this.
Oh, yeah,
Where's
baby.
the fun?
The
know,
whole thing rhymes.
all
Oh my
rhymes.
god.
Yeah. So, if you're just joining us, you may very well ask, what is this podcast about? What's its task? Well, while 2 of us know all the story and lore, 2 of us have never seen Naruto before.
I really hate you.
This is gonna give me an
Fire, right?
aneurysm.
Right, listen. So when you guys interrupt, just try and do it at the end of a. It's every line rhymes with the next line. You know.
We should send this to Lin.
Oh yeah,
Manuel
no.
Miranda.
This is this is the episode that's gonna go like I'll send it to the podcast awards circuit
Yeah.
or whatever.
This
So
is best performance.
yeah, exactly.
Do
So-
we get gold stars if we can work in a rhyme?
oh my god, I'm thinking in rhymes at this point. So yeah, definitely. Are you about to rhyme?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was just making eye
I didn't know if I'd cut you off before the second line of a rhyme. And so was
Did
like,
I have my angry
Second
face
line
on?
for a rhyme.
Like I said, I'm thinking in rhymes at this point.
Oh,
You know what?
Mm-hmm.
This sounds like a wonderful time.
Oh, it's the most wonderful time of the year after all.
You totally just skimmed over my rhyme.
Oh shit, I'm sorry. Okay. It's a good rhyme. The point is, we watch 2 to 4 canon episodes each week, then talk about them with aplomb and mystique. 63, 64, and 65 are now on our tray.
Wait, is that why you put the words mystique?
I just told you not to interrupt
No,
when I'm
no,
doing
no,
the two
no, no,
lines.
no, no,
It's
no,
fine.
no,
Okay, it's
no.
fine. Yes, that's why I put the word mystique.
Because I was reading this outline, and I was
Yes.
like, this isn't... Like, I know you do, like, the
Wait. Did you think that... Okay, because you see the outlines every week.
Yeah.
So you know that there's a... Like, it sticks to a very specific format and style.
Okay, yeah, no, but when
no,
I look at it, I
you
just...
just
like,
didn't
lost
question it?
my mind.
Yeah, I know you
what
like
does that word
thesauricize
mean?
some words, right? And you try to like you don't want to use the same word as somebody.
Right.
But when you I saw mystique and shit, there's like another word too. I was just like,
Aplomb.
yeah,
Plum,
Do you know what
yeah.
that
Yeah, no,
means?
you're
What does
absolutely
that
right.
mean?
I thought
I
you
hardly
like
know.
wrote. I thought you were just like
No,
losing
it's
your
because it all
fucking
rhymes. It's because it all
mind.
rhymes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's insane.
Yeah, dude. I take Christmas. Like, listen, I'm not religious. I've never been religious. My whole family's not religious. There have been years where we just haven't celebrated Christmas. But I love the idea of Christmas specials, and I love the idea that this is a Naruto podcast that has nothing to do with Christmas.
Fuck. Even the episodes aren't Christmas related.
No, not.
Yeah,
And
no.
these are like the worst episodes
Yeah.
we could have possibly gotten.
Did
for
they
this.
do a Naruto Christmas?
Okay, well, Raj, you always rep that one movie that takes place in
Oh,
Snowtown.
no. Okay, I don't rep that movie. I rep the one scene with Rock Lee and the nunchucks. That movie, that scene, I recorded on my DVR and would watch it over and
That's
over
pretty
again.
cool. But so there's a time when they go to a snow place. Maybe next year we can just watch that movie instead of episodes and be like, oh, it's snow, so it's Christmas themed, you know? But it's not canon, so it's...
We should record a podcast in the next blizzard to hit us.
yeah.
Just outside.
That would be
In the
awesome.
blizzard?
In the blizzard for 2 hours.
That would be
We
miserable.
honestly, Liam and I will meet over break in the middle.
Of upstate
Utica?
blizzard? Yeah, sure.
We can meet in Utica and just record a blizzard cast.
It would be nothing. It would be like desperate
You're like,
shuddering and talking for 10
Actually,
minutes,
I think.
and then we would die. And so...
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Well, listen. Here's the deal. 63, 64, and 65 are now on our tray. They're the episodes of Naruto we're discussing today. You'll hear what comes next in the Chunin Exam Finals, where evil and good duke it out for survival. And the ultimate chance to come out number one, although the real test hasn't even begun.
All right, Hamilton.
Thank you. I know. No, dude. The entire thing
Yeah.
is a rhyme. I'm not kidding.
I like how you
all
keep
the
referencing
plot and
Hamilton
everything.
and not Dr. Seuss.
I appreciate that because when I was writing it, I kept thinking to myself, I hope this isn't going too Seussian, you know?
No, I
mean-
It's a little Seussian.
I don't really fuck with Dr. Seuss as like a person. He's like,
Oh, I don't know about him as a person.
oh,
Is
he's
there tea?
kind of terrible. He like his wife was dying of cancer, so he cheated on her and then left. And then
Didn't
let
you
her
just
die.
say you fuck with him as a person and then
I
you
don't
said
fuck
he's
with
terrible?
him.
Oh, okay. I was
No.
like, wait.
He's a real G. I
Yeah.
mean, he's terrible, but I fuck with him.
Yeah, I
I
was
don't
like,
know.
what?
His books have always just been like I'd rather pick like Magic Treehouse over them.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
But
but
I-
the kind that have live action movies a fucking masterpiece
Well, of
that
course.
deserves to be remembered forever. But everything else, like Sam I Am.
The thing is, he paved the way for like books like
yeah, no,
Jack
he was
Newton,
def like
all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he was like one of the first rappers, I guess.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, in a way,
For sure.
box with socks and socks on blocks and shit. That's
Actually, that's such a funny thing. I back when I used to go to like church and shit, well, it'd be like a mosque for me.
Sure.
I remember this kid snitched on me because I said what was it? Poets used to be the first rappers, and he told my my preacher.
I agree with that.
I agree too, but they
Yeah.
didn't because they thought that I was not focusing on God enough. So they put me in a corner, and they just kind of like
in the shame corner.
in the shame corner in like the dark.
Oh
Why
my.
don't you think about poetry in the corner?
No, they did. They said, well, think about what you said and how wrong you
God,
were. And then I had to come back 45 minutes later to explain why rap is evil.
Interesting.
Oh my
Yikes.
gosh.
I think okay.
Love
Here's
religion.
my pitch. Do you guys know Eminem? The,
MMM? Yeah. Mr.
The rapper?
Marshall
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mathers?
I think that Eminem should genuinely like. I completely mean this. I think he should be taught like with like Shakespeare in terms of like great poets from history.
Yeah.
Like I think Kanye has done more for music, like in terms of like really important like hip hop artists.
Yeah.
I think Kanye has done more for music, but Eminem has done more for like literature, man, because he like changed the way that like words flow.
I just think what you said is like it's gonna be reality because even in like 12th grade my teacher made me study Tupac, like his rhymes
Straight
and
up,
stuff.
right?
It's just because that Tupac is like old for us, but Eminem is still kind of current.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he's still kind of current.
Unfortunately, yeah, because all of his best stuff's in the past, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
should stop making music.
But everything up until Marshall Mathers 2
I'd agree. It's
is
great.
is crazy.
Fantastic.
Yeah, world changing. The
Yeah.
rest. Look, everyone, the reason that I've been waiting so long is because all that's left in this rhyme is we're just diving right in. So sit back for comedy, terror, and wit as all of us here NaruTalk about it. We open with Naruto quite out of breath, and the crowd cheering his defeat of certain death. It's the acknowledgement he's always wanted in his heart. No, he's not Hokage, but it's a pretty good start.
Oh, I love that.
Every time you rhyme, it sounds like an inspirational quote. It's so funny.
He's not Hokage, but it's a pretty good start.
God.
It's Obama.
I wish Obama was my Santa Claus.
He can be.
He should be.
Santa Claus can be whoever you want him to
Raj,
be, you know?
I'm gonna make you a Christmas card for Christmas in 2 days. And
Nice.
I'm gonna Photoshop a Santa Claus hat and a Santa Claus body onto Obama.
No, you can't take away his body. Obama's
Yeah, because he's
so
jacked. That's part of it.
A Santa Claus suit.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
That's good.
But it has to
But
be like an open
but
no
like,
shirt
but like,
jacket.
but what about like Spider-Man-esque? So like you just
What?
see all of his muscles.
Oh, so it's
but
like a really tight
yes, but Santa Claus.
Santa Claus suit?
Am I seeing bulge?
Santa Claus and
Are you tying around the bulge? I would like that.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
You don't take away Obama's bulge.
You don't. You just can't. You think
it's-
Obama, you think bulge.
I mean,
I don't know if that's what I yeah.
That's my thing.
well, Raj thinks Obama, Raj thinks bulge.
Yeah.
Ow.
Hey, but just a quick note on Naruto. This is like a big deal for this boy. Everyone's like cheering him on.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is like it.
He won,
This
yeah.
is it for him.
Sakura was hearing like all those other girls being like, he's kind of cute.
Are you
like,
talking about two girls above Sakura think Naruto is cute, and
Oh.
even she must admit that he renders her moot?
Yes!
You better believe I got that in the rhyme, baby.
Of course.
Wow.
Wonderful.
That is insane.
Who hurt me?
Don't he'll rhyme
Wow.
about it. Don't do it. Stop. Don't
I
make
think I wrote in here like past traumas into the rhyme.
Yes, you so would've. Like, you just do a rhyme about how your mom bullied you, and it would end on like a really sad note, but it would rhyme, but you would do a cheery.
Like a
Oh my
motivational
god.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Listen, Shikamaru worries he couldn't beat the kid. It seems nobody knew the powers Naruto hid. Neji is carried away on a stretcher and brought to a side room until he feels better. There, Hiyashi Hyuga, clan head, arrives and sends Neji's medical escorts outside. Hiyashi has come to divulge the truth of the Genin's dad's death way back in his youth. Hiyashi proclaims he was ready to die, but Hisashi was murdered. This must be a lie. Still, Hiyashi presents...
I can't take you seriously.
This is incredible.
This is so funny.
Alright, okay, but listen. This is something that you three really need to do, especially for this episode.
Yes.
Is this making sense?
Yeah.
Because there are a
Yeah.
lot of people who really don't watch Naruto and listen to this podcast.
Yeah.
Which I'm like shocked at how much it makes sense. Like I keep trying like yeah, I don't know. That last one
I honestly feel like it
but-
makes more sense than it usually does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because since you're rhyming, you
Because
kinda
there's
have to,
so
like-
much emphasis on each little break
Yeah.
Yeah.
that you like have to picture it in your head because
Yeah.
it's like a little story within the whole thing.
Where it was like-
every 2 lines.
Thank you.
Yeah, like you just said but he like I don't remember Hisashi
Yeah,
was
yeah.
murdered. This must be a lie. Like I was for a second I was like, wait, but isn't the, and then I'm like, oh, he's about to explain like and I'm like,
Thank
oh,
you.
okay, I know where this
I
is
think
going.
I,
and, like,
while I
this
was
makes
while I was
sense.
writing this, I was like, I think this is my calling.
Yeah.
Writing poetry adaptations of anime.
No, there's like low key. It's just there's like a huge pessimist in me that sees this, but when I'm on Reddit and on like if you go to like the popular tab, you check the comments. There's always like 3 accounts that their whole gimmick is that they make a poem about like the headline or whatever the fuck's happening, and I see it and I go, God damn, I hate that you have 10K upvotes because it's just white America upvoting.
Wait, they
you.
make like poems about the news?
No, just like the post, like the like the tagline for the post.
Because that would be a cool news site if they broke the news down into easy to read poetry. Like,
That's your thing. There you
could
go.
be my calling.
What do
Yeah.
they call it earlier? Like a think box?
Wait a second. My 2 majors are writing and political science.
Oh, dude, this is
This could really be it.
Wow.
It's like that's why I said it.
It's like destiny. Listen, Hiyashi presents the Genin, Neji. It's been a while since we were in this outline. A scroll.
Oh my gosh.
He believes Neji's strong enough to bear truth's heavy toll. Neji unfurls the paper to find a letter from his late father inside. It's a slant rhyme, but I think it works.
I like how you did other rhyme schemes in this. You really you're just like stretching the laws of rhyme
Dude,
patterns.
I'm stretching the laws of reality by making a Naruto podcast where I read an outline that's entirely a rhyme for the Christmas special.
My God.
Yeah.
This is insane.
Think about what's going on
incredible.
right now.
Wow.
I think I want to.
I'm loving it.
I'm glad that this wasn't the last episode before our break, because that would be hard for the listeners to take. Oh no, I have to talk in rhymes now, I guess. But there's an episode next week too, and then it's like Raj and I doing Anime NYC.
I was
Oh,
waiting
yeah.
for that to
Yeah.
rhyme.
Anime
No.
NYC. Something you need to see is Anime NYC.
High five.
Yes!
Pretty good.
Yes! I don't know. For someone who writes as many essays as I do, I kind of use the same 4 words ever.
Right.
It's just hi, me, there, bye.
Yeah.
That's my entire
Also-
essay.
CNC.
Just go hi, me, there, bye.
Also, crazy and wow.
Wow, that's
wow,
crazy.
Crazy.
You're right. I threw in a that's, and there's no
No.
that's. It's just wow.
Raj doesn't speak in
Crazy.
sentences. He speaks in isolated
Exclamations.
I do talk in exclamation.
words. Wow.
Wow, crazy.
See?
Awesome.
Hi.
There's,
Me.
Oh my, yeah, no,
Me. Hi.
There, bye.
No, get it, because he's high sometimes.
Oh,
So you smoke
that is funny.
I do
Hi.
smoke weed.
Me, hi. Hi.
I don't know. I feel like if you make because my presence in a lot of people's lives who I'm not close with, who just like I interact, like acquaintances usually, I have to do the whole like exclamation point Raj persona thing because everything else they'll know about me is through like social media or like my friends, and that usually isn't the best way to perceive me because I'm just such a weirdo online.
I dig it. Well, first of all, I love your Twitter.
Thank you so much. It's all I ever wanted to like build is my Twitter.
Yeah, no, it's great. And I loved that you tweeted a picture of a dude with a hamster spinning the wheel. I was like, oh, that's what Raj is always talking about.
That is me. It's literally my fucking brain.
Yeah. What was I going to say though? Oh yeah, just speaking in sound bites. That's good. That's like the same strategy for knowing people as like the GOP uses in politics.
Yeah.
Just speak in exclamations, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. The text reveals Hiyashi prepared to give up his life so that tensions didn't erupt between the Land of Lightning, which refused to admit that they had any want to commit the crime of kidnapping, which nonetheless occurred, and the Land of Fire. Hiyashi's future was secured. That was a bit of a lot.
Oh
Did you
my
follow that one?
gosh.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. I just making sure.
Yeah.
What, Morgan? Your bangs look really good. They do.
I'm sorry, is my bang ASMR too loud for the podcast?
No, but bang ASMR is also that just sounds like porn.
You need to stop saying that things I say sound like sex or porn. Because
Well-
it's just not true.
Wait, what was the? Was there another one?
A connective exercise.
Oh yeah.
That wasn't
yeah.
a podcast thing, that was a life thing. But
Before Morgan and I yesterday played like a little tiny concert, and she was like, "Oh, we should do a connective exercise before," which sounds just like it's just like before you go on stage, you do like the, like a pulse or whatever, to like.
What?
Have you ever like done like a theater show?
No, I was the behind the scenes guy all the time.
But did you guys you ever do like an exercise before the show starts?
where you like stand in a circle and hold everybody's hand and you squeeze the person's hand next to you
Yeah.
and you send it around the circle?
No, my school's a bunch of assholes. So when we played Zip Zap Zop, we would throw shoes at each other.
Zip zap shoe.
One may say that is a connection.
It was Zip Zap shoes.
Shoe.
It was really fun, really aggressive.
I
though.
hate
Their
that.
shoe connected with somebody's like face.
But
or
yeah, it's
something.
like zip zap zop, connective exercise. But
Yeah,
Okay.
which I meant. I was like, oh, we can like stand and just like, I don't know. And he was like,
throw shoes at each
you
other.
want to have sex before we play?
Because
And I was
connective
like, no.
exercise sounds like innuendo,
don't.
right?
I gotta get with Liam here.
It's like
If he were like, hey,
right there.
Carmen,
He's got to get with Liam here. That sounds like innuendo too.
no.
I think you're right. I do.
But I
just
think
have
that's
the
like
mind of a 6-year-old.
No, but yeah.
The mind of a 6-year-old who's been writing Dr. Seuss style poetry all day.
What 6-year-old who's been writing Dr. Seuss poetry all day thinks everything sounds like sex?
A 6-year-old who
Liam.
just got into Dr. Seuss and sex.
What?
Oh,
They sometimes go hand in hand.
What?
I'm just gonna.
Just like,
Like in the Mike Myers Cat in the Hat movie.
Oh no.
stop.
Speaking of cat movies, Cats came out 3 days ago. When
Wait,
this
did
episode
it?
came out. Well, when this episode comes
Dude,
out.
things keep coming out, and I keep like not.
Now, Cats comes out on the same day as Star Wars.
I didn't even realize Star Wars is coming out this soon.
Yeah.
like I thought it was like one of those like. Oh,
This
after
soon,
another
Star Wars
4
already
years.
came out, Raj.
Oh. I live in the past always, sorry.
Okay, so you're living 4 days ago.
My body doubles live in the present while I live in the past thinking about the future.
Well, so you now in the
That's
present
wow.
are
That's a
existing
lot.
in the future, but living in the past, thinking about the future, which is
What?
a further distant future's past.
Yes.
That's a lot.
I don't
didn't
think I
follow
know
that at
what you
all.
just said.
I don't know
I'm
what
kind
you said
of just
on
like
It wasn't in
constantly
rhyme,
like
so I-
stunned.
Yeah.
Like just like emotionally stunted because time just hasn't caught up yet.
Whoa.
So that's why
Raj,
it's like
I'm gonna have to ask you to stop because I'm just really confused right now.
He's saying,
Whoa.
wait, so someday is all the time just gonna catch up and like slam into you?
oh yeah, all the time. It's just like randomly. Because like you ever like unconsciously like think about how much we do yet we won't realize it. Like I was talking to my roommate about it last night when we were getting really high and how like me and him have spent 3 months together now as roommates, or like 4 months, whatever. And I only have like 4 highlights of the semester.
Yeah.
So when someone asks me like, oh hey, how was October for you? I'll go, well this happened and that happened and that's all my October.
Yeah, oftentimes I'll have nights where I'm like, that was such an amazing night. I would love to never forget it if I could remember.
Exactly. Yeah. There's so many days you'll live that you won't ever remember.
Yeah.
Which is freaky.
Which is funny because Katie and I journal for the
Yeah.
exact purpose to always
Oh,
remember
yeah.
all of the
Yeah.
really wonderful things
That's
that happened
smart.
and then go back and look at them.
Yeah, like
Like
I'm really bad at being like, I feel this, but I'll be like, this happened, like all of the just
That's
basically.
pretty cool,
or
though.
even
Yeah,
like the
a
really
list of
shitty
events.
things, like if something like shitty and like crazy happens, I like write it down and then I go back and I'm
Yeah.
like, well, that's nuts.
Yeah.
Like
I tried to journal last year, but then it really quickly spiraled into this weird, depressing, like, manifesto thing, and I had to destroy it because I feared its evil power.
No, I use this app called Dailyo, which is like a journal but like a mood tracker. So but I don't know. I use it to like look back, but I'm kind of a dumbass when I use it. So like I'm either on like the meh or sad option, and then I pick like romance, friends, school, and then it's always like 3 words of me just going, bad day, oh well. Or just like, this sucks. And I'll never really have
Hi,
any
bye.
context. Hi, bye.
Bye,
Like,
bye, there.
wow, crazy.
I think that's why I like using pictures more. I have like a secret account where I throw pictures that like of me or like events or just like little things or like just like memes or something that like remind me of like that time
That's
in
true.
life.
People's Finstas are like the new journal.
No, I absolutely hate Finstas. I hate using my Finsta so fucking much. I hopped on Visco
Interesting.
instead.
My
Crazy.
old
Interesting.
Finsta, and Liam knows because he stalked it,
Oh, yeah.
was like crazy, like a journal. Like I'd go on there and just be like, everything sucks and I'm sad and this one girl was really mean to me, but like it should be good.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, bullshit.
But it's interesting, though.
But
you know, it's
now-
like new age journaling.
Now, like I didn't delete it because I wanted to keep it because I had
Yeah.
it for a lot of years and like it had like important memories and things.
Oh, yeah.
I don't ever look at it, but I wanted it to stay like existent.
Which I think is fair.
But then I started a new Finsta that like just kind of became like me hyping myself up, but I didn't ever like talk about what was going on in my life.
Yeah.
And then I started journaling and I got way happier because when my Finsta was my journal, it kind of comes with a connotation that somebody on your Finsta is going to care enough to wonder how you are.
Yeah.
When you're journaling, you're the only person
Yeah.
that needs to care
Yeah.
about
No,
how you are.
exactly.
Because if you make it public, you subconsciously at people.
No, yeah, literally, I hate using my Finsta because I feel like I'm constantly judged for all like the posts I make by like I don't know the like I'll have like a consistent problem in a life and then every time it just comes up again and I make like a rare post on like this on like my story or something on
Yeah.
like my Finsta, I'll just know, oh, they know Raj is going through the same thing again, blah blah blah, and then they're assholes about it.
Yeah.
And then on the occasion, like, which is kind of nice, like when someone like sees it and it'll go like, hey, are you okay? I don't really ever want to talk about my problems, like
Right,
ever.
right.
So, but it's like one of those things where I can't really be upset because it's a good thing that they're reaching out, they care.
Yeah.
But also, don't talk.
But
to
it's
me.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
right. No, I think that's fair because there is like a desire to be like, help me, but then
Yeah.
also an
And-
instinct to be like, don't.
And if you're putting it, at least for me, like subconsciously, I'd always want just one person to see it when I posted it.
Oh yeah, it's
And
literally
that
just
was
one
never the person that would reach out and
Exactly.
like, help me. So then I'd be like, you know what,
Yes.
fuck it, I don't need to post this, and I delete it, and then I wouldn't feel any better.
Yeah.
And then I started journaling and would talk all this shit and be like, this person made me upset, and I know that they don't care, but that's okay because I'm gonna heal. And then it just becomes about you and nobody else. So like Finsta's
Yeah.
super toxic unless it's something that I do, which I just post pictures of myself in cute outfits and then like
Yeah.
That's
I
it.
post the videos that Eli sends me now. That's what my
Dude,
Finsta is for
he's
now.
listening to Avenged Sevenfold. That is.
Oh yeah, if you guys
I
follow
hope
my
you're
little
okay,
brother on
Eli.
Instagram, he does Music Mondays where he posts his favorite heavy metal and screamo songs.
Oh my god.
Oh my.
You know what? Something toxic I'm trying to do less is when I post like a story thing, I'll like very aggressively stare at who views it to try to find like a few people.
Oh yeah.
But then like I'll only just get upset. There's never been a good time where someone views it and I'm just like, oh, fuck yeah, because it never works out.
Yeah, no.
Ever.
No.
So it's something I try to like do less. Is just put it on my story and not look at it.
Yeah.
Do you want to know my favorite thing in the whole wide world about Instagram?
What?
Muting people.
Oh yeah.
I did not know you can mute people on Instagram.
You can mute people, so you're still following them. You can still connect to them. They can still see your shit if you want them to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't see
That's
their
incredible.
posts or their stories. And if you don't want to see their stories, but you want to see their posts, you can just mute their stories. And
Whoa.
if you want to see their stories but not their posts, you can just mute their posts.
I had no idea.
I've muted
That's
so
so
many people
smart.
because anytime I'd see anything they posted, it'd make me really anxious and upset.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like
But Instagram's like
it's
an
not
important
that
resource.
I
yeah.
don't like dislike
Yeah.
them as a person.
Right.
It's just the things that they post would upset me. So I muted it, but I still follow them.
That's.
I think a feature Insta should make is being able to remove yourself from a close friends list, because so many people here put me on their close friends list.
That's true.
But I
People
think
here
if
throw
you mute their stories, you won't see it.
Well, it's not that I don't want to. It's just the idea of someone putting me on their close friends list. I mean, some I know a lot. Like, okay, so it's just really people who I don't know or don't really care about, or like we're just acquaintances, and it's like, thanks for adding me. You know, I'm glad I know you smoke weed. You know, that's so cool. Whoa.
Well, those are the people that make weed their personality trait, and
But
they're
not
like,
just,
I
like,
only
weed,
want
just,
my
like-
close
Like some of
friends to
it
see
is
this.
like because I've also been added to a lot of close friends lists here of people that I kind of just know ish.
Yeah.
And I guess they like know that I also smoke, and so it's like, oh yeah, so it's whatever.
Even just like
That's not anything.
private stories and stuff. You'll name yourself like Super Sex Factory 2000, and it's just you crying every day.
Yeah.
It's like, I didn't sign up for this. I never like. I don't want to see this. I like.
Yeah,
Don't care. I don't
I
care.
agree.
Like,
You should be able to remove yourself from, and then then that would almost be like a message, you know?
yo,
Like, I don't
that's
think
a
we're
thing.
close
Yeah,
friends.
it's such a shit feature.
Yeah. Well, you know what they say? Social media. More
More
like
like
anti-social
anti-social
media.
media.
Am I right? Now, back to the past of the Hyuga clan. It was an elder who had the balls to suggest that sacrificing Hiyashi's twin brother would be best. Because of his curse mark, the Byakugan would be sealed, so after his death, its secrets wouldn't be revealed. Though this convenience would surely give rise to suspicion, it would put the Cloud Village in a tricky position. They promised peace in return for a body. To ask any more would be evil and gaudy.
Gaudy.
Yeah, I'm not sure that I used gaudy right there, but
Well, it's like canon. You don't use definitions right sometimes.
That's
yeah,
true.
Because of
that's
Google,
true.
yeah.
But like, I feel that words sound good enough.
No, you really
sometimes.
don't need to like know the definition of most words. When I talk in class, I never realized it until it was just somebody told me about it. It's like, Rod, you kind of say a lot of nothing, and teachers just kind of give you a pass about it, and they're kind of right.
Okay, the greatest skill in life is bullshitting.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm so good at bullshitting.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
insane.
If you know only one thing about a topic where you're supposed to know 10, but you can like crazy argue that one thing and just include filler everywhere else,
Oh, yeah.
that's like, if you know how to do
Conversation.
that,
Conversation.
you can just, even in essays, in
Be
like
charismatic.
speeches,
That's important.
smile, try and make some jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
add
look
a bunch
people in
of
the
filler.
eye and you can say basically anything, and they'll be
Yeah.
like, well, all right.
Eye contact's really important for when you're bullshitting. Like, you really want them
Don't
to
make
believe.
eye contact with Katie.
Yeah,
You'll
yeah.
lose.
No, I
Yeah.
will. Yeah, you'll lose. There's no fucking. Oh, wait.
You'll like try to bullshit her and she'll just stare at you and smile and you'll be like,
Like,
You know how like at anime panels and stuff, how like towards the end they'll have like a Q&A line?
Do I ever? Tune in 2 weeks, folks.
2 weeks. We should have, when we do a live show, we should have a Katie staring contest line, where it's just a
So
line
scary.
until...
Have your
Oh my
soul
gosh.
stolen.
Yes, have your soul stolen by Katie, yes! And you would win, Katie, undoubtedly.
gosh.
You would just, and not even like, you would, you know, the first person goes and you'd stare at them and then you'd win and you'd blink and then do it again. No, you would stay staring
Yeah.
the whole
whole
time
time.
She
until the
can't.
line is gone.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen Katie blink.
We could put up a sign that said,
We live
experience
together.
the abyss staring back.
We should do that
Oh
as
my
like an
gosh.
art project. Just kind of put you in like a box, and then
No,
have
that would
other
be a
people
really
stare
cool
into you,
performance
and all
piece
you
or a video piece.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
just you staring.
A soundproof box. Get motherfuckers in there with Katie, so that all you can hear is like your own blood going through your veins. And then you have to stare into Katie's life. I made the mistake of looking at Katie. Now I'm lost.
No, like that one box in that like studio in Sweden where it's so soundproof that like you can hear like everything.
Your blood in your veins.
Imagine
like,
you hear like your heartbeat and stuff.
Yeah,
That'd
and
be
then
terrifying.
you can only be in there. I think it was like 12 minutes.
Because you
or else
lose your mind.
Yeah.
It'd be way creepier if they could hear their own blood and heartbeat, but not mine. Like,
Well, I'm imagining a box with a separator in it, and you're standing on
I
one
just
side
assumed
and they're
that
on the
Katie
other.
didn't have a heartbeat.
Yeah,
It's just like weird static because she's a robot.
Yes. Yeah.
Man vs. Katie would be a great show.
Man versus Katie.
But can we get the guy from Man vs. Food to go
Adam
on?
Richmond, yes. Yes, we so
Oh my god,
could.
he came to Syracuse one time and it was the greatest thing ever.
What?
Yeah. He went to Mother's Cupboard and I think the dinosaur barbecue.
He
Well,
went
you
to
know how
my
I feel about
heart and he
dinosaurs.
left with it. That's all I want. Adam Richmond, I love you.
Man versus Food.
Mr. Man vs. Food himself,
Adam Richmond is incredible.
I don't know Man versus
And now
Food,
there's a
but-
different guy doing Man vs. Food.
It's still going?
Yeah.
God damn, stop.
I hate when they replace hosts on things.
Yeah.
Especially because, like, I make a connection with shit, you know? I need this host to be there and, like, you know, so I formed a fake relationship with them in my head, you know?
No, exactly. When, like, MasterChef changed, like, one of their hosts, it, like, made me so upset for that season.
Mm-hmm.
Not only because they took away a really good host, but I fucking hate the new host.
Yeah.
Like, they pissed me off.
And it's like, honestly, even if the new host would be good, I can't, like, that was my friend.
You gotta give me, like, yeah, that was
So
my
this
friend.
is really funny coming from a guy who replaced two hosts.
Yeah,
That is true.
oh my gosh.
that's true.
Yeah.
Well, now we have new friends, though.
Soul
All right,
Soul.
I'm twisting. I'm gonna do a sharp heel turn, and I'm gonna say I love when shows replace hosts. Because sometimes you need to liven it up or something.
You're not.
That's why I didn't do it, I
if-
guess.
I think just give
New
up.
friends, more friends. You don't lose the old friends.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah, the 7 people that we follow on Instagram are obviously you guys, and then Allie and Emma, of course, and Miley, even though she doesn't follow us back because she's never tweeted about us,
Yeah.
because I think she hates me. But that's
Well,
fine.
You think everybody hates you?
Yeah,
It's a good skill to have because it makes you try constantly to win people
Yeah,
over.
well, it's tricky because Raj is right, like partly, like because you're always like,
Yeah.
give me validation, but on the other hand, sometimes it's like if you're okay, you never know it.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
And
I
so,
don't know.
like-
I hate such flippy floppy people.
Yeah.
Just say you hate me. Just let me know. I'm tired of this.
Yeah, no, I agree, but
Raj,
it's
I don't hate you.
well, there you go.
Oh.
No more flipping flopping.
Morgan, I hate you.
Okay.
I knew you would say that. You always go back with such negative stuff, you know?
Well, I hate you too.
No, that's so bad.
Well, I hate you, Katie.
Oh.
I hate all of you white people.
Oh, good.
This is a hard stance.
Raj, I hate cops, not white people.
well,
It's Christmas, man.
it is Christmas.
Let's
It's
love into your heart.
Okay. Morgan, it's a great pair of Christmas underwear you're wearing.
Nice.
Thank
No
you.
Well,
Good.
We have talked about recording naked, so I guess that's why you can see.
If I was naked, I wouldn't be wearing
Oh,
underwear.
that's true.
Katie, nothing is canon.
Katie, great glitter on your face.
Yeah,
I'm
you're kind of
covered in
covered
glitter.
because you keep brushing it off the table
Yeah.
very loudly, rubbing it in your hands very
Yeah.
loudly, and then
Yeah.
touching your face.
Yep.
And Liam,
I like glitter
You're
a
just-
lot.
just such a sexy, handsome boy.
Thanks,
Such a
Raj.
beautiful
Wow.
Christmas.
You know,
scene.
this Raj saying he hates all of us, then going around and giving everybody a nice thing.
That's-
It's literally the Grinch. It's the plot. Raj's heart literally just grew 3 sizes today.
Thanks,
Oh my
NaruTalk.
god! When his body double leaves,
Uh-huh.
he's no longer hiding inside of his body double.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, wasn't it fake canon that Katie was inside of Raj's body double?
Yes.
Raj's body double is inside of Katie. Okay.
No,
I have no
Katie-
idea.
Or
Maybe.
Wait.
I'm sure.
Either way,
I was
when
Raj
one of
and
them
Raj
leaves,
was hiding underground.
yeah.
Like a
me.
Yeah.
With like motion
That's
control.
it. Okay, but when whoever is inside of Raj leaves, it makes more room for his heart, and that's what just happened.
Ah. Yeah, that was
And that's
very
why it happens
altruistic.
so regularly, where
Yeah.
he hates everything and then he goes back on it.
That's true.
Is that it's
Right.
just whatever is living inside of him leaves and then comes back, be it Katie or depression or whatever.
Yeah.
Be it Katie depression or whatever. Excellent.
We should do a performance piece, Katie. I really believe that if I put you in a box and we kind of just have people stare at you for like a 10-minute, and we do. Oh, and like I think like every like 20, 40 seconds we should just yell aggressively. We should wear like cloaks, like a Jedi funeral.
Oh,
like that.
Just
cloaks.
like that.
You don't
I
like
don't-
cloaks?
I don't like white people in cloaks because that tends to get problematic.
Oh, yeah.
True. But that would make it even more terrifying, right? What if you were like staring into someone's soul
Oh,
and then just the KKK comes out of nowhere?
I could just wear like a ghost costume or something, and I'll have like a lowercase t that'll stand for terror.
Would you set it on fire?
You know?
Would that add
I'll light
to
it on
it?
fire so that people see it from far away, so they know to be scared of Katie.
I was gonna
Run
say,
away from Katie.
I was gonna say we could do this performance piece at the gallery show I'm trying to put up next semester, but I think I've changed my mind.
Mayhaps would be a bad PR move.
Oh my god, yeah.
Bad move in general.
All right, back to the outline. Hizashi teased his brother for his trepidation. He didn't choose self-sacrifice out of agnation. Rather, Hizashi's greatest freedom was here. He chose to defend his brother without fear. Hizashi asked only that Hiyashi agree to remember him as someone who chose to be free.
I guess you never realize how many like words are in the English dictionary until you have to start rhyming.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Did you like agnation?
Yeah, that's the one I caught up
Let
on.
me give it a googs really
Yeah,
quick.
'cause I have no idea what the fuck
it
that
works.
means.
It really does work. But related on okay. So it's about like heredity, right? Like your family bloodline.
Okay, yeah.
On the male side. So fucking.
There's a word.
He
for
didn't
that?
choose.
There's a word
so,
for everything.
Yeah. So he didn't choose self-sacrifice out of agnation. So it wasn't out of being part of the bloodline. It was out of his own
Wow.
choice. That's
Wow.
Yo, I'm telling you guys, this is the most I've worked on anything
This
in
is
my
layered.
life.
Yeah, this is insane.
Wow.
It's kind of
Insane.
How long
kudos
does
to
take?
you.
Yeah. it's
Honestly,
impressive.
way faster than any other week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because you are cutting down a lot by rhyming.
Exactly.
Because the words you used to rhyme with kind of sum up like 17 paragraphs.
Right, yeah, so I don't have to be like, Hizashi was looking sad. He turned around. We saw that swastika thing on his forehead.
I'd be pretty sad if someone branded a swastika on my forehead.
Well, exactly, yeah. Neji is moved by the story endowed, but more surprised still to see Hiyashi bow. Neji wonders if destiny can be changed or is set, but above all, he's free now from his heart's cursed net. Yeah, right?
Net.
So this is the end of Neji's little arc. It was tough to break up last week's 3 episodes and this episode because it really is the start of like a new fight, but also it's like the tail end of Neji's development.
It's, I mean, in context of like this show came out once a week on Cartoon Network.
Right.
This must have like sucked.
I know.
Yeah.
Very much. Back in the arena, tempers are rising, but the Kazekage knows that this isn't surprising. Everyone can't wait to see what it will yield to have Gaara and Sasuke meet on the battlefield. Sadly, the next match cannot go live because Sasuke Uchiha still hasn't arrived.
Daddy hasn't.
He hasn't.
It's true.
It's kind of flaky.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
No one is sure just what they should do, but the third Hokage decides to DQ. Disqualified. It's the only way I can make it fit in the rhyme. I do that several times moving forward, so... This sends the Sand siblings into a fright. It seems that their plan may rely on the fight. Ibiki wonders if Gaara was killed. Oh, no, sorry. I messed up that rhyme a little bit. But the point is, it seems like the Sand siblings want Gaara and Sasuke to fight for their little operation, their little mystery.
Little scheme.
Yeah.
Little plan.
Yeah. So that was important. Ibiki wonders if Gaara killed Sasuke, but in flashback we see Kakashi too skilled to let anything bad happen to his trainee, no matter who the assassin may be. That one was hard to rhyme. Basically, Sasuke and Kakashi were on like cliffs or something, and Sasuke was like really tired. Right? Did we see that?
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, I wonder what they're training for. And Gaara ran up on them, and he, we don't know what happened.
He's like stared at them.
Yeah.
That's all we know.
But Kakashi called him out. He was like, hey, I know you're...
Fuck off.
Yo, what are you doing? You gotta stop.
Leave me alone. This is
me
weird.
alone.
Yeah.
I have a fucking... What is it? Like a restraining order.
Yeah,
I have a restraining order.
Fucking stop.
Back in the present, the Kazekage asks the Hokage give Sasuke more time to get back. Raido refuses to make people wait. The rules say to kick out any contestant who's late. Dude, why are you doing... We've already talked. Raj is doing a staring contest with Katie right now. As
Yeah,
if that's a good
he
idea.
looked at me and went 1, 2, 3, go, and I was like, okay, I guess so.
I'm
gonna start
crying.
Yeah, dude, you're gonna die before Katie has to blink. Katie hasn't blinked this whole episode.
I'm gonna win.
No. Has Raj still not blinked?
No.
That's
No,
impressive.
he hasn't.
You know what they
He
say?
has too much hair.
So much power.
The most exciting audio event
hurts so
is
bad.
a
It's a
staring
staring
contest.
contest. Wait, we can we can.
Who do you want to comment?
Raj.
Okay. Katie is continuing to do a blank stare.
The intensity of his glare has intensified.
Katie,
Oh,
again,
I think he's crying.
is just a blank stare.
Oh my god, this
It
hurts so
almost
bad.
seems as if Katie's eyes are popping out of her head.
It's quite impressive, though. He hasn't blinked yet.
Katie is just, again, there's been no movement whatsoever. I know you think you hear her laughing, but it's actually just like,
Everything is
Sorry.
blurring.
It's because you're crying.
That is true.
Katie.
Mine started out blurry. That's kind of how I don't blink. I
Oh,
can't
you're
really
actually
see.
crying. There is a
There's a
tear.
tear.
Everybody, there is a tear.
It almost looks like
I'm
Katie
gonna win.
is trying, like, maybe she'll throw the fight, or something? I don't know.
Don't throw the fight.
Oh.
Don't throw
It's
the
a
fight.
podcast. This is gonna take a while.
Well,
Then lose.
that's why Morgan and I are commenting.
Well, you said don't throw the fight.
Don't throw the fight, but lose.
Yeah, I want to see if Raj can do this, to be totally
Okay.
honest. But I wonder if it makes for riveting audio content.
It does. I think it does.
All right.
Um.
Katie continues to do the same thing. I guess I'll read the next couple lines
Yeah.
and we'll see what happens.
Do that.
The Kazekage counters with the simple fact that part of the reason the stadium is packed is to see the showdown between the Beast of the Sand and the last known survivor of the Uchiha clan.
Yeah.
Any
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Oh, I'm
His
not
eyes are
understanding.
wavering a little bit.
Okay.
No,
Fuck
but he's not
you.
blinking. They're just kind of
Yeah,
shaking.
My
Just
nose
shake.
is running.
Dude, holy shit.
No.
Raj, you're falling apart, bro.
This is crazy. I'm not getting up.
Okay, it really looks like Raj might die, folks.
He's crying. There's snot. I don't know what's going on.
I'm gonna win.
I've never seen
Wait.
something like this before. Katie has still not moved.
I'm laughing kind
gonna
of
wear
a
you
lot,
down.
but
Raj?
I'm afraid that
laughing,
I'm gonna end up closing my eyes.
Oh my god, I saw
know.
Katie's eyes flutter.
Which is oh my.
I'm so impressed right now.
Yeah,
I'm
my eyes are starting to tear.
Everything
Oh,
is tingling.
did Katie? Oh my god!
Holy
Yeah, that was making my eyes tear.
That was so
What
impressive.
happened to you?
Oh my god!
I've never seen someone exert such will over something.
He was crying. He was like his nose was
That was the
running.
literal definition of
happened?
mind over matter.
Oh
Yeah.
my god!
Gosh, your body was breaking, and you told it no.
I opened the fifth in your game.
Dude, you really did!
Oh!
That was crazy.
Oh my god, I need water so
Why?
bad.
What was
Morgan, do you have
happening?
water? I
What?
think I have water.
Should he
Thank you,
taste
yeah,
like tap
I've
water?
like gotten to where I was crying, where like my nose would start running, but like not from anything but like actual
I can't
crying.
I think I broke the top.
Did you just
they were
forget
not
you were in a staring
attached.
contest?
Well, I was laughing, and then the laughing made my eyes start watering, and then the
that was-
water needed to go away because I couldn't see. So
Raj
then it made
just
me,
let
like,
the tears fall.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
I didn't do
Look
that.
at Raj. Raj looks like a
He looks like a small boy.
turd. Yeah.
You know how like when you're a kid and you cry and then you get to that point of after crying when you still can't breathe and your face is wet but like
Yeah.
nothing's happening.
Yeah.
And
And
you
he's-
just chug water.
He's
That's
looking
like-
at Katie a lot like Lee looks at Gara. It's like,
I feel so
Oh my god,
determined.
it's wearing green!
oh my god.
But this is like how the Lee versus Gara should have gone.
A staring
My,
contest?
my tip was I was using the salt of my tears to fuel me. Yeah.
Alright.
Blinking Japan into my mouth and it would sting. Honestly, I thought I was blinking so much, but it was just like my
You were
phantom
like
eyelids.
fluttering. Yeah, you had like
Yeah.
a little bit of like a
Phantom-
this. Yeah.
Phantom eyelids is a good line. But also, it's I've just never seen something like that before. I mean, I've seen people try and will themselves into staring contests, but I've never seen somebody like start shaking and have their snot go and like
Really,
not
his
stop.
nose was
Yeah, no, that was a lot.
He
That
also, he also didn't move his hands at all to wipe the tears or the snot. He just let it fall.
Yeah.
Honorable.
Yeah, I didn't want
That was worthy of a Christmas special.
Thank you. I'm
That's
glad.
a lot.
The commentary was really helpful.
Yeah.
Even if I beat you, Katie, that is insane.
Yeah.
That makes me the
You
best.
won.
Like,
I
I think the
staring
key is
contest
to
in the
make me
world.
laugh.
This is gonna be difficult to write in like the blurb that teases the episode. Like, also everything's a rhyme, and there's about 15 minutes in the middle of a staring contest.
With commentary.
Yeah, well, of course. No, what if it was without commentary? Just so you know, we're silent for about 15 minutes. It was a staring contest. I couldn't cut it. It's canon.
you
But
hear the tears drop on the table. That's how silent
like
it
a quick-
was.
Well, and you also hear me breathing really heavily with my head down.
When
by
you're
the
winning.
mic.
Oh my god, that was. I feel so insane.
yeah, that was.
Wow,
I
that
feel like
was
I just
crazy.
watched a Chunin Exams fight. I like it. It's good.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that's like my actual tear on the table.
Yeah. dude.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
It's either tear or snot.
Or snot. There
I
was
hope
a
it's
lot of
tears.
snot.
I think it might be snot.
That was crazy.
It could also be sweat.
Oh yeah, I was sweating. Oh my god, it got so bad.
Yeah.
Wow.
An amazing fight, truly. All right, back to the outline.
Yeah.
The third
Okay.
acquiesces, but thinks it is strange that the Kazekage has such demands for the games. The leader explains that the bout will go lengths towards showing the world his village's strength. So the Kazekage's excuse for wanting Gar to fight so bad is that Gar is like their strongest boy,
Yeah.
and that's the whole point of the
Oh,
Chunin
what a strong
exams.
boy.
Exactly. The fight is sure to help Sasuke out too, and no one wants to miss such a showdown. Would you? Yeah, that's a little Susian. I won't lie. That one, the little would you?
It's yeah.
Yeah, but it's all right.
It's
right?
like engaging with the children
Yes.
at home.
With the
That
11
watch.
with the 11 and official 12-year-olds.
Yeah.
Awo, I don't remember how to say the last name, and that's
Well,
probably
they
not
don't
how to say
need
the
a
first
name anymore when they have a title. You know,
That's
it's
true.
Like
Official
Shikamaru
12-year-old.
is like the official
Honorable grandson.
honorable
yeah,
grandson.
yeah. So this guy's official 12-year-old. Yeah, yeah. Raido informs Genma of the change, and everyone thinks on how this is strange. The next match in line is Konkuro and Shino, but with their plan postponed, there's no reason to go.
We'll let it slide.
All right, thank you. Because of this, Konkuro chooses to quit. But his sister is not so eager to submit. I wrapped that up in 2 lines, but yeah, Konkuro was just like, I'm out, it's
Yeah,
fine. So
which
that's a lot.
I think it's fun
Yeah.
to preface that like every time something happens, Shikamaru is just like, God damn it,
Yeah.
my match is closer.
Yeah.
What a drag.
What a drag.
Yeah.
And we like had predicted on Rio Radio like what was gonna happen, and we were like, oh yeah, probably it would end up being Konkuro versus Temari, and then what would happen there, and we spent a lot of time talking about that. It's obviously not gonna be Konkuro versus Temari
Because
now.
he dropped out.
He
Because
dropped out, yeah.
like,
Well, and we
immediately.
ended up saying if it would be Konkuro versus Tamari, there would have to be all sorts of crazy plot shit that happened. And so here's a crazy plot shit.
Yeah,
A
he just
crazy
dropped out.
Shikamaru. Oh fuck. Shikamaru. Shikamaru and Temari are next to spar, but who will be loser and who will be star? Yes, that is a good ship name. That's the end of the episode. Good
Who
last
will be
line. right?
loser
And
and who will be
Oh,
star.
yeah.
Yeah.
That is good.
Oh, I thought you meant of this episode of the podcast with Katie saying that that's a good ship name. and
Oh,
not
no,
really.
you're the loser. I'm the star.
We're done now, Morgan. We talked about one episode.
What?
We've been talking
Morgan
for...
thought that you were saying that was a good end of this episode of the podcast.
I was
That I said
confused.
Temari and
No.
Shikamaru.
No. Tamari. Wait, what did I say? Shikamaru?
Yep.
You're
Yeah.
right. That is a good ship name. Although I think Shikamaru is gay, but it doesn't matter.
Ah.
I'd agree.
Yeah, we'll get into that maybe in episode 64. Maybe? I don't know. He said a lot of stuff that I was like,
Did he?
he's well,
The misogyny has to come from somewhere.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He really hates girls, and I'm like, and you know, he's like you know, it just seems like he
Yeah.
might not be interested in that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's from his drunk dad.
Oh,
Yeah, there's a lot of
I forgot
problems with
about
Shikamaru. I kind of want to show just Shikamaru.
Shikamaru is depressing a lot.
Dude, no, I would love like a really hyper realistic,
Yeah.
just like day to day.
Well, that would be
miniseries.
mostly him just looking at clouds and smoking cigarettes.
No, but that would be such a
And
good
then-
introspective, like flashbacks of his dad just
you're right,
drinking
you're right.
and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And every once in a while he goes to the bar and he's like, "Dad, can you come home?" And his dad's like, "Who are you?" And he's like, "I'm your son, Dad." You know,
Oh,
and it's
Dad.
like,
And then he leaves, and there's this kid, and it's this guy who he's friends with, and they go out, and they're in a field, and they talk about how shit their lives are,
Shikamaru and Choji.
and then they push each other around, and then they
Yeah.
start kissing.
And then they kiss. Yeah.
yeah.
Shikamaru.
We just write a fanfiction?
Yeah, this is it. It just happened. Also, there's a lot of
Yeah.
fan fiction. There's more and more to write.
What a weird.
Christmas special?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why it's so weird. 'cause
That's
it's
right.
Special.
Exactly.
God.
Weird of a
His-
man with a ski mask and a gun breaking in our window.
That's right, Raj.
And brings
Or
us all
whoever
together.
Santa is to you.
Yeah. If you have a Santa.
That's true. Well, yeah, that's a good point.
Why did they make Krampus into like this whole demon thing?
Yeah,
Like
I
I know
don't
he
know.
originates from like a demon, but you can make him all cute and
Krampus, he's
fan-
like
fun.
evil Santa.
Well, that would defeat the whole
I've
purpose.
never heard of that.
Well, yeah,
Katie.
I
What is that?
Krampus.
Is that?
So Krampus
What
is
is that?
think of like Santa, but like opposite Santa. So like evil, and he like comes into your
Yeah.
home and he like
I think he
takes
used to
children
like.
and stuff.
I think him and
From
Santa used to
what?
like team up, like from like.
I forget what country the
Oh, it's like some
the
like
lore comes
yeah,
from,
yeah.
but he's essentially anti-Santa.
Yeah.
And he goes into houses, and instead of leaving coal for the bad children, he takes them.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Takes them.
It's all just meant to like
Scare little kids into
yeah,
being good.
which is kind
Yeah.
of
Wow.
bullshit. That like
Which instead of
Terrifying.
getting reward, you just get
Abducted.
yeah,
You get
kidnapped.
In fact, that was actually what happened
Wait,
with Hinata when she got
what?
kidnapped. It was just Krampus.
Wow.
I just can't get
I've
over that.
never heard of that.
You ever like I just think
There's
it's
like
absurd.
8 movies about him.
Oh, like really recently? I think probably because The Office did an episode on him. Like it's like a real.
Well, they had a
old
Krampus
thing.
movie recently.
Yeah, and so like he kind of like blew up like last year, and he was in like American Dad, and there were like
I feel
2
like
or
it
3
was
movies.
like 4 years ago.
Yeah, I think it was like a little bit ago. Yeah, but
And they did like a Christmas parade somewhere, and Krampus was there.
That's fun.
And then another, I forget where it is, but it was
And then
really
so
cool.
many kids went missing.
There was a
my
parade where it was a Krampus parade,
Mhm.
and it was like all Krampus and like really creepy and
Yeah,
weird, and
that
I thought it was so
sounds-
fucking cool.
Yeah, that does sound fun. Sounds like
I've
something.
never heard of this. The Office did an episode all about it, and
Yeah. Yeah.
so I definitely just didn't understand anything that happened in that episode and didn't question it and just continued
That's
living my
wild.
life. Not
Yeah,
knowing.
no, it's-
That's crazy.
What was Dwight's thing? He was the something.
I thought he was
Schnitzel?
Krampus.
No.
Oh no, but it was like based on Krampus or something.
Yeah, no, it's all like from the same.
Belschnickel.
Belschnickel.
Don't know. Wow, goddamn, I've seen The Office a lot. Yeah, but Belschnickel was supposed to be like Krampus or something like that.
Just like an
I don't
evil
remember
entity
that.
during Christmas.
Yeah.
Which is kind of stupid that Christmas
I
is
know.
kind of
Santa
like
already has a ski mask and a gun.
Yeah, you don't need more fear than that. What's worse, taking a child or a bullet? You know?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, what is worse? I don't know. Let's get into
Wow.
episode 64 and not answer that question.
Yeah.
Or think about it. Shikamaru is reluctant to leap forth in battle, so Naruto shoves him before he can prattle. He falls to the ground and lands with a slap, wishing that he could instead take a nap. The crowd throws garbage at the lazy boy. He's not the fighter they wanted deployed. They really do.
Yeah.
They throw like
Yeah.
water bottles and banana peels and shit.
This
Yeah.
crowd is like
Also,
so fucking aggressive.
if I was going to see a fucking fight, why the fuck would I bring a banana? Like that's not like, oh, I'm about to eat a fight. Let me just quick deep throat this banana.
No. In their defense, right?
In defense of Banana Boy.
They know they're all adults at this point. They know what's going on in this Leaf Village, so they know that if they're going to see a fight, especially with Naruto, it's
Of
going
course.
to be 40 minutes of talking, 5 minutes of fighting.
Yeah.
So you gotta bring snacks to see the 'cause,
Potassium
like,
deficiency.
Like I get snacks, like popcorn, chips,
With bananas.
not something that you have to peel and then put in your mouth.
It would be a little weird to be in a giant crowd of people and one motherfucker's eating a banana.
Well, no. I mean, again, valid to eat the banana over the one kid eating 200 bags of chips. You know.
Listen,
Oh, Choji.
you
Yeah,
do
that was
not
a little
you do
wild.
not
He
need
just had
to
it
judge
all on the floor.
Choji.
Well, it's not
Choji-
judging Choji. It's more so I'd rather just not be that guy eating 200 bags of chips.
Oh yeah, well I wouldn't want to be either of these
Banana's
guys.
way more silent than chip bag.
Oh,
Well, I can
That
eat
is
chips
true, but
pretty
it's a fight,
quietly,
so-
but Choji's just loud as shit.
Choji chooses
Yeah.
to be loud.
He
when
just
he
like
eats chips.
shoves it into his face.
But
Yeah.
it's not like it's a Broadway show. It's like a fight. Like it doesn't matter if you're
I think
quiet.
the point of a fight is to be loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The closest thing I've ever wanted to be inside white America is go to like a monster truck rally. I've always wanted to go to one and just be fucking crazy.
You know, of all the things that you've called white America, that it may be one of the whitest.
yeah.
A monster truck rally, that's insane.
Yeah, I really want to go to one and just like get really fucked up and yell with people and just watch bigger cars like crush
They
smaller
do
cars.
them upstate all the time.
Do they really?
Let's
I've
go
never
do
even been.
one.
That sounds
I've never
amazing.
seen a monster truck in real
All
life.
right.
Neither have I.
Rio
but
Radio,
it's
monster
okay.
truck rally trip.
Yeah.
Oh my
We'll get
God.
breakfast at McDonald's again.
I
I
can't.
really think I could do it. I really think I can. It
Again,
was so gross.
Tune in 2 weeks to hear about our big boy breakfast.
I get sick when I think about it, but I know if I tried,
Yeah.
I could beat that demon.
Yeah, it was intense. Right. Shikamaru considers giving in to spite and not even standing to begin his fight. The tantrum is awkward, so Temari takes charge, forcing Shikamaru to dodge her barrage. To Shikamaru, Chunin means nothing at all, but he won't let a female be his downfall.
He's like, I hate Spunky, which is
Yeah,
so,
I
like,
hate Spunky. I love his voice actor
The
so
worst.
much. This-
Wait, were you
not the voice actor, but like the
term I
just
hate
the whole-
spunky women?
Yeah,
Spunky is a little outdated.
she's
That's a little,
Spunky.
yeah.
I hate
Yeah.
Spunky.
I want to
like,
know
what?
his backstory.
Shikamaru?
Yeah.
Well, we know his
Like,
dad's an
yeah.
alcoholic.
What if his dad's an alcoholic and his mom left?
Whoa.
I haven't seen his mom.
Wait, I think when he went to the bar to get his dad, he was like, Mom wants you to come home, please. I think.
No, I just think he said he
I
wanted to
wanna know.
leave.
I guess that could have been true, too.
I don't know. I think it would validate him if his mom wasn't there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause
actually,
then-
that would
yeah,
make
'cause
sense.
If his mom was
She
there,
was like,
he's
I'm
just a
tired of
dick.
your shit, Roger.
Yeah, so Shikamaru, his mom
Yeah.
died. It's
Oh,
his...
She's dead
Died.
now?
Oh, she left.
I meant
She
like
would-
she
he would
like
be
Went
mad
out
at
for a
her
pack
life.
of cigarettes and
Yeah.
dipped? Okay.
Oh,
Because
she
if
went out
she
for the
died,
cigarette.
he'd be
Right,
upset about
2019,
her.
baby.
That's a good
Or, like-
dynamic change.
if she died, he'd be like upset about it. Where if she left, he'd be like mad at her and hate women.
And abandonment
Right.
issues.
Oh my god, yeah. So she left. So his dad became an alcoholic.
No, I was thinking his dad was an alcoholic and that's why she left.
Oh.
And then his dad would spew a lot of misogyny, which is what he learned from.
So okay. So he you would think, why doesn't he blame his dad? But it's like his dad is still there.
Yeah.
And so like on like
Yeah.
this deepest level, he still blames his mom, even though it's not like really her fault, and like she
Yeah.
needed to get out of that
If
situation.
your only friend was a bunch of shadows,
Yeah.
like I'd be no,
Yeah.
I wouldn't hate women.
I was gonna say this might be a bold take.
Yeah,
Raj.
no, I'd be a hot take. I love women.
Okay, Raj, I'm confused.
Oh, boy.
Because you hated me because I'm white,
Mhm.
but you love women.
Yes. It's
No,
hot and cold.
I love white women.
What?
I love.
Raj, what is happening?
Don't get me wrong. Women are great.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
Yeah.
I
This is
love.
confusing.
I love white women. I just got dizzy. You like?
I'm gonna tweet that from the NaruTalk account.
I love white women.
Oh my
it was
God.
also the way they used.
oh no, I love
God,
white.
wow.
I love women.
Oh my god.
Whoa, let's get back to the outline quick. Shikamaru runs over behind a tree, taking some time to think up strategies.
You're reaching there, you asshole. That you slide too many times.
Damn it. I get it back.
Strategy.
Yeah, well, it's alright. I get it back. Tamari believes she got him figured out, but Shikamaru is just taking the time to pout. Choji arrives, and not Indian, obviously. But up that would be weird if he walked in and he was like, "Hey, what's going on?
What's going on? What's up, guys?
There's a fight
Crunch,
happening."
crunch, 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 crunch.
Crunch.
Of course, he's chewing chips. Yeah. Choji arrives and sits next to his teammate, his stomach recovered and chips on his plate. Right? That works.
That's good.
He's eating chips. He sits next
I'm
to
glad
him.
his dad also eats a lot because this would like financially bankrupt the fuck out of him.
Yeah. Although, you know, I saw his dad was also drinking with Shikamaru's dad, but something about the fact that Choji wasn't there saying, "Dad, please come home,"
Yeah.
makes me think that his dad is like a fun guy.
No, he's a
Yeah.
fun drinker.
No,
Yeah, right?
like Choji gets home and his dad is like, "Let's go get barbecue.
Yeah.
Like, let's go. Like, I don't know what you did today, but like, it was great. Let's go get some food." Like, and I picture his mom is like my size. So for those of you who have never seen me, like I'm pretty tiny.
Quite thin.
Yeah.
So like I just picture like this really tiny little lady,
Yeah.
and then the two of them,
Uh-huh.
and
But
she
that's
like
cute,
goes out and
though.
she like picks and she's like, "Oh yeah, this is really nice," and like,
Yeah.
his dad's like, "Oh, get one more," and Choji's like, "Ah,
But
me too."
I bet his dad is like so like fun, you
Yeah.
know, like jolly, you know, like
Like
Santa
Santa
Claus. So, Choji never expected the finals to suit his teammate Shikamaru, a sloth and a snoot. But Ino...
You did not just say snoot.
A snoot?
A snoot.
Yes. And to be fair, Shikamaru's not really a snoot, but it, you know, for the rhyme. He's snooty. Ino...
Snooty.
Yeah. It's like looking down on people, you know?
Ah.
Yeah. And he
Yeah.
looks down on women.
I thought more like he had like a like a nose thing, like just like a huge nose.
Yeah, it may also be something to do with noses. There were some conflicting Google definitions, and I took what I needed.
I love that.
Isn't the nose thing snout?
No. I think Raj is right. I think I'm not.
I
gonna
thought it was
know.
because it's like
But-
so like I don't know. Like I feel like you think snooty and everyone's like
Oh, because you turn your nose
yeah,
up at
exactly.
someone.
That's what it's called.
Not
yeah.
bad. Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
I like how you.
I
you-
could.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know.
you
I
literally
could not
turned
figure out how to
Right.
put that into words. so I
Okay, yeah,
need
no.
to
Just
just
do whatever you have
do
to
the
here to
visual
make the people
demonstration.
understand.
Totally
Yeah.
got it.
Ino defends the genius young man. They made it so far because of his plans. She cheers him on, excited and loud, but Shikamaru wishes he could just be a cloud.
Dude, no, actually, this is a great monologue from Shikamaru. I like.
This was the only time I ever noticed the music. Like,
Yo,
the
the
sound.
music for this episode
Yeah.
is so fucking
This
good.
episode has
So much to
easily
talk
the best music.
No,
of the entire
agreed.
show.
So agreed. Amazing track.
I just
Where
never-
they excelled in music, they just really slacked in animation.
Right. Well, okay. The next episode is the worst animation of the entire show.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it
And we'll
is,
get to
baby.
that.
Well, no, even now, I think the worst part about this episode, animation-wise, is when Temari went back on her flying shit for like 1 second.
And they did the classic photo.
Yeah, no, they just grabbed her and dragged it. It was so ass.
Like animating in Snapchat.
Oh my god, literally. But the music was so fucking
Yo,
good.
yeah, no, I, and it's crazy that we have this episode episode, which I think stand out for music, like big
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Juxtaposed
yeah.
with next episode, stand out. Worst episode I think I've ever seen, including episode 26.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know if I'd say
Really?
that. But
I didn't
that's,
hate it that much.
I don't know if I
wouldn't-
paid
wouldn't,
enough
yeah,
attention
go
to it
that
because I
way.
was
26
so
was
The
kinda
26 was
awful.
hilarious.
Yeah,
because it was
26
so
was
bad.
awful in the way where it was funny. This
Yeah.
episode was, I was just like, yeah.
Yeah. All right, that's fair. That's fair.
I just think Shikamaru's like monologue here about being
Oh,
a
yeah,
clown
yeah, with the cloud
is
thing.
beautiful. It's I really like as much as like I know like in the same way you like love Hinata, Katie,
Yeah.
I love Shikamaru.
Yeah.
Not
it
the
was-
hating women part. Okay. Not that.
Okay,
I
so,
don't believe you.
no, Raj loves white women.
I
for God's
love white
sake.
women, Morgan.
Wait, what were you saying, Katie?
they like with the music in that scene made it feel so like I don't know, like it was just it's just
Cloud-like.
It, very,
Yeah.
no, it just felt very detached. Like
felt
he
like
wasn't
was, like,
there.
Yeah,
It was
he
like
was like
flute,
up
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
some
liked
kind
it.
of something.
And you know you imagine like a show all about Shikamaru where he's like out in the field with just Choji
Yeah.
and he's smoking a cigarette and
That's
he's like,
why he smokes, is because he wants to make clouds.
Yeah.
I just that's such a
You
douchey
should
way of
start,
saying it.
you should start vaping.
Yes.
But I just think I just like exactly Katie how you're saying how like the music makes you feel like you're on a cloud. I think
Yeah.
because that's how detached he is from like the situation. No, I didn't. When I was listening to that, I forgot about the fight. I forgot she was
Yeah.
there and she wants to kill
Yeah.
this guy. Because it's just him
Yeah.
and his thoughts, and he's
Mari's
always
such
thinking.
a bitch.
Well, yeah, all the same.
Put your
motherfuckers
fan
are.
away. Like,
Yeah.
who do you think you
Did
are?
we get there yet with Ino?
Well,
Because the thing is, when you're
No,
rhyming,
wait.
it kind of skip over. But
no,
she,
just say it, whatever it is.
she
yeah.
swears.
She said
says
bitch.
Oh yeah.
Whoa, I missed that.
She's
Yeah.
like cheering him on. And she goes, "Go get that bitch."
Yeah.
She says bitch.
I totally missed it.
I literally, I don't write notes for this. The only note I wrote was, "Ino said bitch."
Ino said
Yeah.
I think I
bitch.
said that last week,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Last
yeah,
week she
yeah.
said
She
jam in
said-
hell.
yeah.
But
She said
this
jam
week
again.
She
She
said
said
bitch as
bitch.
well.
Yeah.
This is a children's show,
And it
and she
wasn't-
literally said,
You just
"Go
lied.
get that bitch."
The subtitle said bitch too. Like that's crazy.
Like that was in the script from day
Yeah,
one.
day one.
God
What
damn.
the fuck?
Yo, I love the like, but okay, because a lot of characters have like weird little things, right? Like
Yeah.
Shikamaru's like lazy, Hinata has a crush on Naruto, Kiba's smelly, and I like
Choji
that.
eats.
Right. I like that Ino's new little thing is that she just swears all the time.
Okay, but we all knew that girl in like middle school.
I know, but that's so
that
funny.
like because like when you're in middle school, like you kind of swear, but like it's
Yeah.
like not a big thing. But
it's-
there's always that one girl that's like, "Oh my fucking god, you bitch!"
And,
you're
and
like,
of course
what?
it's Ino who like already has she already has a
With
job.
her new
She's
bun
already-
and, like-
yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I just can't
Why is her
imagine.
bun a different color than the rest of her hair?
I think it's in like a thing.
Yeah, she probably has a net for
Ah.
it.
I just
Got
can't
it,
like
okay.
because this is like the dub straight from Cartoon Network.
Oh yeah.
How did like I know this is strange.
No,
After
because
How did they green like
Flapjack.
this?
I know.
It's like the DBZ voice actor debacle
With the
thing. with-
debacle, yeah, yikes.
Yeah.
Except this is in the show.
yeah, how the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
That
god.
is
No, I
crazy.
literally was like, what?
Yeah. All right. So thank you for bringing that up because
Yeah.
I missed it
No,
and I
she
Yeah.
really
and
said
I knew
bitch.
because I have a friend who is like watching through
Mm-hmm.
Naruto because they started the podcast and they like passed us
Uh-huh.
and they were like, oh, just so you know, Ino calls someone a bitch coming up. You guys should talk about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And I totally missed it. So
I
thank
know.
God you guys pointed it out.
She literally said,
Yeah,
"Go get
I
that
didn't like
bitch."
notice that it was weird. Like I noticed it, but I didn't notice it was weird. Morgan's like, "Did you hear Ina say bitch?" And I was like, "I remember that." I was like,
That's right.
"Whoa."
This is a Cartoon Network show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, "That's right.
Yeah.
This isn't for
not
adults."
even Adult Swim. Like later episodes
like,
are Adult
mid-afternoon.
Swim.
Like
Afternoon,
the
yeah.
whole like little like clip where she's cheering him on.
Yeah.
Like it's so it would totally attract children, and then all of a sudden she's like, "You're gonna get her, and you're gonna win over her," like something,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
go get that bitch. And I was like,
It's like, oh
I kind of love it though.
Wow.
Yeah.
imagine like your 7-year-old being like, "Mommy,
Go
can I go get that bitch?" And you be
Well,
like,
honey,
"Um,
is it a white woman?
because
I
we
love
love
white women.
honey, this family only likes white women.
Should I make that our bio on Christmas? NaruTalk, the greatest podcast to ever love white women.
Oh
Yes.
my gosh.
No, do that
Yes.
for women's.
Oh
women's
yeah,
month.
that's actually not bad.
Let's just
But
love
they should be
all women. For the
Yeah.
record, I love
All
all
women.
women.
So white
of
women
course.
for Christmas.
Well, because it's like a
because
white
white-
Christmas.
Ah,
Ah.
there we
Ooh,
go.
yikes.
That was bad.
That's a little Aryan. Yeah, that
Got a little bit too much tea for
Terry
Terry there.
Yeah. Anyways, Shikamaru thought a ninja life would be careless and free, not wrought with exams, fights, and difficulty. From behind the trees, he eyes the hole on the ground that Naruto and Neji's fight left hanging around. Temari swings her fan for her next attack.
Stupid fan.
Yeah, the line, Tenten remembers, sent her weapons back. That was wrong. I didn't catch that in the edit of the outline. That didn't make any sense. Basically, Temari swings some wind forward, and 1010 is in the audience, and she's like, "Oh, that's why all my weapons weren't effective." It's not. It's because your weapons suck.
Yeah, you suck.
You can't do anything,
10-10.
right?
You are awful.
But I'm just gonna edit it now, because even though it's already been messed up on air, so
Hey.
for posterity.
Well, this is later or in the next episode. I don't remember.
All good.
But I think Shikamaru throws a kunai through that same wind thing as a like.
Oh, we get there.
And like but it got through. Like I mean, she blocked it because it's just a kunai.
Oh, really?
And it was just a distraction. But like it got through the wind. I think.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right. Wait, yeah, you're so right. Tengen just sucks.
Yeah.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah.
Wait, Shikamaru, whose thing is not weapons.
Yeah,
No,
he
he
threw
threw
like
a
a
kunai.
kunai.
A kunai as a distraction.
You know, like the
True.
classic, like, throw kunai run?
Yeah.
Like, that, he did that, and it just got through.
Oh my
And-
god.
yeah.
So 1010, she can't even do that right.
Yeah, no,
Yep.
she's just awful.
Oh, also, I didn't talk about it in the rhyme, but when Temari ran forward with her first attack, Shikamaru did this sick thing where he stabbed kunais into the wall and then flipped up and stood on them. That was really cool.
No, he's such a good fighter.
Yeah, no, he's like very clearly
No, for sure.
very smart and capable. He just wants
So
to be
smart.
a cloud.
But we also knew that kid in school.
Oh yeah.
That was like
Yeah.
so brilliant, but was like, I don't really fucking care.
Yeah.
I'd rather be home.
Fuck,
that
I'm
was
not
me
going
with-
tomorrow.
dude, yes.
That's me right now.
Literally,
I
yeah.
had an absurd amount of homework to do, and instead I wrote 9 pages of a poem about Naruto.
I think this would be a good one to release when we get, like, what is it, like a $10 patron? They get the outlines or something like
Yeah,
that?
exactly. Yeah, I know. We're gonna talk about that in the Patreon thing. I'm gonna be like,
I'm gonna make this into a children's book.
I really want you to be given some kind of writing assignment you can turn this in for.
that would be nice. But
Podcast Hall of Fame. Is there, like, a podcast award show?
yeah, there is, and I really might send this episode in.
No, we should send all the episodes in. We should get there.
It's no, yes.
Send last week's episode.
Yeah,
in.
last week's was really funny.
Yeah.
But this is good too.
This has a good outline.
No, I think this is funny. We've got the quote, "I love white women."
That
We had a
do.
live staring contest.
We had a live
This
stream.
saw me break apart.
Riveting audio content.
We had a live streaming contest in the line. I hate white people, but I love white women.
And now and there was even a character growth arc because now we love all women, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I do love everyone at this point.
Well, of course. That's just,
Gosh, what?
I like all
Are you
people.
okay?
it's the Christmas spirit, man. Just let it
Wait,
be.
did he
It's
say?
Christmas
Did he say
decorations.
that he hates white people before the staring contest?
Yes.
Staring contest broke him.
Oh god.
No.
Maybe Raj died and he had to swap out with a body double really quick.
No, I was falling
And
apart.
this body double is jolly.
You guys were seeing my face melt.
Yeah, no,
Like, it was crazy.
when you drank that water, like we talked about how you looked like a scared little boy, but I've really never seen you look like that. Like I looked at you and I was like, oh my god, like I want to like give you something. Like I feel
yeah.
yeah.
No. I think it was the fact that you were holding the mason jar with both hands
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was just like the
and
big
clinging
jar,
on
like,
for
your
dear
little-
life.
Yeah, it was something.
Because
else.
usually when you drink out of an Nalgene, for those of you who are listening that are confused, an Nalgene is a really large water bottle that Liam and I both have that Raj likes to steal from us.
Well, I've got the water to spare, frankly.
Yeah.
As do I. It's like a 1.4 liter bottle.
Yeah, it's absurd.
It's really large and obnoxious.
It's the
but-
largest water bottle you can have without being one of those guys that carries around a gallon.
Yeah. Which
I wish I was. Hey, listen.
It was a good gimmick for a while.
It's in the
But
past.
anytime you drink out of those, it's usually just one hand.
Yeah.
But you literally held on, and the mason jar isn't much like girthier
Yeah.
than the Nalgene.
So it was.
You
Yeah.
were
it
just
was just
holding on
kinda
for
like-
dear life.
It's just like, you know, when like you break Gar's like sand shield and he starts to become like his real self where he's just
Yeah,
bad
like the
shit.
monster.
Yeah. Were you cracking?
I become a kid.
Yeah,
just like when I break.
It was crazy.
I
It
used
was
to
a
call-
Christmas miracle.
No, it was a Christmas miracle.
Okay, so Temari just attacked, and from out of the dust that billows up after, Shikamaru's shadow races towards his attacker, but Temari flips back and discovers with awe the shadow possession jutsu has a fatal flaw. The jutsu, it seems, has a short range despite Shikamaru controlling every shadow in sight. Temari draws a hard line in the dirt, and if she doesn't cross it, she cannot be hurt.
Okay, when you did the shadow thing and it wouldn't go far enough and it kind of wiggled,
Mm-hmm.
it reminded me of in Wii Sports when you try to do something and then like you go to like, I think it's in bowling and you go to throw the ball, but you don't, and then it goes, and the line, like, wavers. I was like, what is happening?
Wait, which game is this? Wii Sports?
Wii Sports, I think bowling.
Okay.
Anything where there's a line and you have to line something up and then throw it,
Oh.
but you don't do it successfully. The line, it goes from a blue line to a red line that, like, wiggles. And that's literally what the shadow
looks
did.
like?
And it made a very similar noise. And I was like, am I playing Wii Sports right now?
No, see, I when I played Wii Sports bowling, I had more fun. Instead of throwing the ball in the lane, I would
Throwing
throw
it
it
back.
backwards and watching everyone do like a jump and spin.
That happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't play a lot of Wii Sports.
No.
I
Yeah,
had a
you
bunch
can-
of my friends at a bowling alley reenact that, where like
that's
They jump in
so
back,
funny.
yeah.
everyone did the.
It's
yeah.
so
My
fun.
parents used to play competitively Wii bowling by themselves in my living room. Like, when I wasn't there. Like, you'd think they'd be like, oh, like, our young
Like some
daughter,
fun
like, let's play with
family-
her.
yeah.
I'd be up in my room, like, reading or something, and I'd hear my mom screaming. She was like, I have a better, like, high than 200. This is unbelievable.
Their marriage is built on a foundation of Wii
They
Sports
literally
bowling.
used to play, like, hours
That's
of Wii bowling. My
insane.
mom's high, like, well, because my mom used to bowl, like, in life.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And my dad is my dad.
Sure.
So,
Standard
literally
white man, which is to say, quite the bowler.
hours.
Yeah.
And then I got a Wii U, and they did it
You
again.
had a Wii U?
I have a Wii U.
What?
Yeah.
Why? Dude, this is crazy
Why am I learning
Morgan
this
lore.
right
I
now?
know, right? What? Oh my, you have a Wii U?
Do you want to know why I got a Wii U?
I mean, yes.
Because I wanted to play Melee.
What? Whoa.
Melee?
Smash?
On the Wii-
Yeah.
Is it on Wii U?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
I
Is it
didn't know
like some
that.
sort of virtual console business?
I have no idea.
Are you sure? Wait, don't you mean 4?
No, I bet Melee's on it through the virtual console because they killed it for Switch. That's why everyone's so mad.
Oh my god.
Well, this was, yeah.
How
Or wait,
little do I know about the Wii U?
I know
But I have
nothing.
a Wii
That's
U.
absurd.
Yeah.
It's literally just a Wii, but with the...
No, I like know everything about the Wii U. Why do I know so
From
little
video,
about it? Yeah.
from video
video
essays. But
essays.
I don't know anyone who had
Yeah.
one. This is like, it's like you know the what is it called? The fucking it's like that philosophical theory of like the guy who lives in a cave and he stares at the shadows of light,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
all in black and white. And so Raj and I, through the countless video essays that both of us have seen,
Yeah.
have stared at the shadows on the wall of the Wii U our whole lives in black and white, and we've just turned around and exited the cave to see it all in color. And
It's
that's
just
you.
your room.
Yeah, it's
Playing
your
the
room
Wii
with a
U.
single Wii U, and it's like, oh my god, I've never seen such a thing
No,
before.
I have, I got it like 3 years ago.
That's
Holy
crazy.
shit.
Or, no.
Longer? Before? The day it
No.
came out? Pre-order?
No, I may have gotten... Did I get a Wii U last Christmas?
Wow, post-Switch?
Post-Switch.
Well, because at the time, whenever I got it, I was dating a kid who had a Switch.
Uh-huh.
And
Wow,
so I
so
was
yeah,
like,
you
why
got
would
it
I need a
post-Switch.
Switch? Like, he had a Switch and he had a PS4.
Wait, you had a Wii U and your thought was, why would I need a Switch?
I'm not a gamer.
Okay,
Like,
I mean,
don't
listen,
play
listen,
things.
I don't wanna-
I really wanted to be good at Smash.
I love that
And
that's true.
So...
Wow. All right.
Oh,
that's,
and you want to know why I wanted a Wii U? For Haunted Mansion.
is that a Luigi?
It's on board.
Oh.
Luigi's Haunted Mansion, where you go and you have to run away from the ghosts.
Wow.
My god.
Yeah, this is a lot of info about you that I'm just like suddenly learning
Yeah,
on
this
air,
is
so I
a
have
lot
to like.
there.
But I have a Wii
I can't
U,
like
so
take time
we
to like.
could do a real radio episode of the Wii U onboard games.
I guess we might. All right. Shikamaru kneels down and makes a new hand sign, closing his eyes and trying to divine the optimum way to exceed in the game. And Asuma notes that the boy does the same when stuck in a move playing shogi or go. It's just how he thinks. There's no jutsu in tow.
I'm sorry.
It's a lot, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, he does this thing with his hands, but it's not for jutsu. It's just for his
It looks like he's like holding something girthy.
like a
A Nalgene.
Yes, exactly. I was thinking mason jar, but yes, exactly. Kurenai doubts this will win a real brawl, but Asuma knows his student will stand tall. Though his test scores were low and sleeping's his pleasure, his IQ test scores are too high to measure.
Wow,
Ah.
incredible.
Yeah,
That was,
right.
I think, the best one.
The best rhyme?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Shikamaru is lazy, but mad smart inside. He opens his eyes to turn the battle's tide.
Shut the fuck
What?
up.
I
To turn the
relinquished
battle's
that
tide.
compliment that I just... you don't get that anymore.
Do I lose the
because-
compliment because I said
yes.
mad smart inside?
Because you had this great rhyme.
I could change it to quite smart inside, but
I think the whole thing is just...
smart inside.
It took it down. It took it down a notch. Wow, my upstate came out just there.
I did take it down a notch, you're right. Temari keeps firing her deathly sharp breeze, and Choji believes Shikamaru will concede. Some time goes by with a stalemate below. Then Shikamaru's shadow shoots forth and goes beyond the boundary drawn before. The lower the sun, the more shadows in store. So basically, he was like quite a bit of time passed until the sun started to set, which means the arena wall shadow is longer, and he can control all shadows.
Which I didn't know that. I feel like we may have known that, but I didn't know that he could build shadow off of shadow.
Yeah, that's
so it was
quite a
cool,
thing.
kind of just seeing him stand there.
Yeah.
In a shadow, sending his shadow out like that. I was like, oh, he can control shadow.
Yeah. And it's cool that he like waited for the weather.
Yeah, because he's a fucking brilliant kid.
Well,
like,
of course, yeah.
He's like, I'll just wait until the sun gets lower in the sky, and then the shadows will be longer.
Yeah,
and there
no,
we go.
it's a hell of a strategy. Still, Shikamaru can't afford to wait the whole day away, and Ino believes that he can still stop his prey. He'll make shadows in shadows, like we said, and use other moves too. We've not begun to see what Shikamaru can do.
Wait, what would happen if Shikamaru was fighting at nighttime? Could he just use everything?
I don't know.
No, I
there's
think they
not that
said
many shadows
no, but they
in the
said
night.
something about he's mastered it so well that he doesn't even need. They said something about that where he can still do it at night.
But
Well, I guess
my question was, isn't everything a shadow at night?
No.
Yeah, because I think it's
Shadow is cast by light hitting an object.
Yeah, so there is still like probably
In night, it's
some,
just dark.
So
If
some
there's
shadow.
light, there's some shadow. But
Right.
if there's no light, then
Yeah, I guess. Ooh, it's creepy. I wonder if that like comes back in the future. You know?
Oh no, he's so lazy. So his like entire gimmick is based on just being active in the morning.
Yeah.
So when nighttime comes, he's
Well,
like,
yeah, I was gonna
guys,
say, if there's a fight
Ino
at night.
Chico this time, leave me alone.
Wait.
No, Ino Cho.
Yeah. I was
Ino
gonna say Ino
Cho.
Shik. I was like, that's him.
What'd you call him? Is Shikamaru? Shikamaru.
Oh yeah, Shikamaru. Yeah.
This would be a new name forever. Shikamaru.
It's a good ship name.
That's a
If
great
if
ship.
only he wasn't gay.
If only.
Suddenly, overhead, a new shadow forms. Shikamaru's vest and kunai airborne.
What?
Yes.
yeah, no, it was a cute little.
Yeah, he made like
Little
a
hot air
parachute out of his kunai,
It was really
which he
cute.
threw, and so its shadow is cast, and he can build off of it.
Which was really cool.
Yeah, right?
But in theory, if Temari's whole thing is wind,
Wouldn't
wouldn't
it
she
be
just
blown back?
blow it away?
Yeah.
No, because that's still a shadow.
But if she blows
oh.
it so far,
Right,
because
right.
her
'Cause
whole
it's a
thing is
giant
powerful
fan.
wind.
I think
If she was just like,
if we've learned
It's
anything this episode, it's that Shikamaru is much better at using ninja tools than Tenten or
Oh, yeah.
anyone we
Yeah.
know.
yeah, and that's not even his thing.
Yeah, it's
Really not.
Really, he's great at anything he wants to do. He just doesn't want to do anything.
Wow.
Dude,
if
you know what
if
I'd
only he
love?
applied himself.
I love his mesh shirt. Like,
Yeah, right?
Under the jacket. It's such a great
It's a good look.
Yeah.
Yeah. very much so. I like that we have mesh shirts in this universe.
Yes,
it's a
I'm
good
glad,
thing to
I'm
know.
glad it's like just openly rocking it.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
So
Oh,
far.
Temari has it too. They've got together. They're like.
Does she have
she's
mesh
got
under
the-
her purple thing?
She's got the top of it is mesh, and then she's also got mesh shorts. I
Well,
think.
that's because she has to deal with sand all the time.
Yeah, you gotta get that sand.
Wait. Oh yeah.
For him, it's a fashion statement.
Ah.
He's being a trendsetter.
But
Yeah,
they're
no.
like matching during their fight.
That's pretty
'Cause-
cute.
'cause,
Do you
know,
ship these two?
No.
I was gonna say, you know
But
Shikamaru's
sounds
gay,
like it
right?
now, all of a sudden.
What if he's not? We shouldn't assume his sexuality.
That's true. Yeah, no, I believe post-sexuality, of course, but I just think he's probably gay. Using their shadow, Shikamaru expands his own attack, forcing back the girl from the sand. Still, once he reaches the holes from last week, the shadow recedes. The limits. Oh, its peak? That limits its peak. That didn't make a lot of sense. Look, the point is, it goes further, but she still manages to avoid the shadow. Temari, it seems, is rather clever too. With the sun going down, it's time for her to do a finishing move that'll end her foe's plot. She hides behind her fan and sorts out her thoughts. She tries to create a clone to beat Shikamaru, but she can't. The shadow possession's complete. What? Suddenly she can't move.
Woo!
Right?
Crazy.
And it's like, what's going on? How did this happen? Well, no one can understand how the shadow could reach, so Shikamaru takes some time to teach. He used...
That's a good one.
Thank you.
That's a really good one. Yeah.
I like the different rhymes that like the different ones that you enjoy, you know, like right, so he used the two holes from before to send his shadow through, reaching the further end. Basically, he sent a shadow underground and used
Which
underground shadow.
answers our question.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
it was gonna stay there, because in the prelims,
Yeah.
the floor was just always magically flat,
Yeah.
So I'm
but
glad
the
they used
hole's still
destruction,
there
yeah.
for Naruto.
And we talked about it last
So-
week. It was like, will
so
it just think
Frank
yeah.
the Zamboni princess,
from last week?
it-
Yes.
He didn't come.
he didn't come.
I guess not. God
You
damn.
had said during the Rio Radio episode, like, oh well, I wonder what they're gonna do with like the fact that the holes, this floor's all messed
I think
up
that was
now.
that
and
was
we
that was
were
last week. Yeah, because Rio Radio wouldn't have seen it yet.
We didn't know about the holes.
Yeah, that was just predictable.
Oh,
but
okay,
you're
then I
right. You're
guess
right.
you
Though
said
it was last week. Yeah.
And then we were like, oh, that's why we talked about Zamboni Princess. I'm going crazy.
Right. No, it's all good.
Yeah, but we were like, oh yeah, it'll probably just be gone. But like,
But
you
alas,
knew that it
it's
was
the most
be
important
gone.
part of
and
the
it's
entire
the
film.
only reason that
Literally
he
all
was able to use.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. Shikamaru walks. Oh, sorry.
I know. I really like how he explained to her by like. This is a small deal of him turning behind himself.
Yeah, and he goes, "I'll let you turn.
I'll
around
let
and
you
look."
look.
That
That
was
is such a powerful moment.
Yeah, right?
Like, he's in control here.
Yeah. So Shikamaru walks forward, so Temari does too. She's helpless. There's nothing more that she can do.
Yeah.
Those that before threw garbage and jeered, oh, fucking A.
Oh.
God damn
That
it.
was so funny.
This has happened like 2 weeks in a row now. I'm so fucking sick. I always forget. Ugh. If I don't silence my laptop, then it sends notifications every once in a while.
Did you silence it now?
Yes, it's silenced now.
Alright, well,
God
you
damn
start
it.
the line.
I know. I'll probably keep that in since it's now a thing that happens. But the point is, those that before threw garbage and jeered are now left in awe, preparing to cheer. But when Shikamaru and Temari get close, he raises his hand and says without boast, "I give up." And seriously, just like that, after all of his planning, he gives up the match.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
Fucking.
what?
Though he's planned another 200 moves in advance, his chakra is low, and besides, he can't chance the work that will come his way if he fights on. So Temari beats him, though brain still conquered brawn. That's the end of the episode. What do we think?
Fantastic moves by Shikamaru.
Good last
Yeah.
line.
Yeah.
Yes.
I try and end
The
on.
rhyme was getting a little shaky, and
Yeah,
then, and then you fixed it.
It's as long as it.
No,
It ended nice.
I think him giving up was very, very good.
Yeah.
Well, he raised his hand, and there was like a moment where there was nothing happening, and everybody was like, "What's he gonna do? What's he gonna
Yeah.
do?" And I was like, "What is he gonna do?"
And he
like,
just-
like he can't like smack her, because then she's gonna smack him.
Right,
like,
right.
he can't like do
I
anything.
thought he was gonna say like she gives up or something, which is like not
Yeah, I
a
don't think you
thing
can give
that
up
will
for
work.
someone.
Exactly.
Well, in my
So
brain,
thought
I was
that's
like,
what-
"Oh my
like,
god,
that's what I
shadow
thought he was trying to
possession."
do.
He raises his hand. If he says he gives up, then she's saying she gives up, and then they're both giving up, and neither of them win. But then I was like, "Oh wait, no, because he hasn't taken control of her voice, so
Right,
she
right.
just also has her hand in the air."
Eno can do it,
Yeah.
but not him.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so that's the big thing in that episode. He just gives
Which
up.
is interesting because it shows how much he needs his team.
Uh-huh.
Like, he is so capable by himself.
Yeah.
But obviously, if he had just been able to do shadow possession and Eno could do mind transfer,
bam, would have been done.
then it would have been
yeah,
done.
the Eno
like, in a
Shikacho
second.
thing
Like,
is like,
clean hands.
and that's probably why their dads are friends.
well, yeah.
Because like, if any of their abilities are hereditary, like you know how like Shino's clan is like all about bugs all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Did we meet Sheena's dad?
I don't think so,
No.
but we know that it was like.
Have
oh,
we met any
all
other
time.
dads besides
I don't
those
think
three?
so.
Wait, no, Sheena's dad wasn't at that bar.
No.
No, I mean that's what I'm thinking about. I was just like,
No, it was the three, fucking Shikamaru and Choji.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like if they also have the powers of their kids, maybe that's
Yeah.
like a thing that their
I
families do.
just really like how
Oh,
their
that's
dads
cute
are
that they're
hanging
just like
out,
family
you know?
friends and
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
they
I
all
love
fight
that.
together.
It's really funny.
That was really funny.
So episode 65. Before we begin, I think you should know this episode has the worst animation of the entire show.
You made that rhyme too.
Yeah, because
Every time you rhyme, it kind of makes me hate you a little bit.
it's no okay, but listen, it's important though. Well, let Christmas into your heart, Morgan. Okay.
Yeah, I'm loving this.
I love white women.
Dude, join the club.
Raj and I love white women.
Dude, join the club. Okay. No, this episode looks terrible.
No, it's so bad.
Yeah, feel free to break in
I
anytime.
literally why?
I'm not sure if I mentioned it already on air, but we will mention it when it gets to that point. Sasuke's neck. Did y'all catch that?
No.
How it's like fucking like,
As wider than his head.
All I have to say
What?
is Sasuke.
Yeah, no, it looks.
Period.
Yeah, and
Sasuke yeah.
all right,
Period.
look, obviously we haven't gotten there yet, but
Period.
in this episode, Sasuke comes back, and you get to see. Period.
Period. It's Twitter. It's a Twitter.
Raj and I
slang
love
term.
white women, so
Yeah.
that's all you need
It's
to know.
that connection.
Period.
It's the special bond of loving white women.
It's just a fun way to say period, like just like period, but you put a T at the end. It just makes it more powerful.
Right. No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, Ino yells out, super mad. Why did Shikamaru waste the chance that he had? Still, Kurenai and Asuma must admit that he won the battle, just lost the match.
We skimmed over
Yeah.
the outline Asuma and Kurenai's like conversations, but I don't know if you guys stared at Asuma. He's deaf off like 7 pills. Like his eyes are like
no, for sure.
humongous, like they're bug-eyed.
Oh, really?
And he's just like freaking out the whole time. It's so strange to see him.
Another week. I was
Why
actually
did you
perfect time.
whisper? Either I edit it out or you say sorry on the phone.
Say sorry louder now.
Another thing we
it's
skimmed
fine.
over was throughout that entire fight, because Choji was convinced he was gonna give up.
Oh
Because
yeah.
Oh my god, thank you
As
for
he
bringing
kept
this up.
fighting, Choji got angrier and angrier
With his
as he
chip
was eating
eating.
his
Yeah, yeah.
chips. The animation for that was also awful.
Yeah, just
I kind of loved it though. Like
because
when,
it started and he was just like angrily munching, and then he was like shoving chips in
Yeah.
his mouth, and his eyebrows
and the
were like
further it got, the more intense his
yes.
eating got.
And then they like show all the bags on the ground, and then finally he gave up, and Choji's like, "Huh, knew it."
Yeah, he was getting really into it.
Because Ino was like, "I don't think he'll give up. I know he can do it."
Yeah. But Choji
then
knew.
Choji's like,
yeah,
"No,
'cause
he's
they
gonna
know
give
from
up."
hanging out in that field that is now headcanon that they hang out in.
Yeah.
So if not for Shikamaru's utter complete lack of drive, he may just have won, and he'll always survive. He has clarity when he fights and he thinks, a powerful asset that makes him distinct. Perhaps, even though he chose to give in, he's the most qualified choice for Chunin.
Liam.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
You're breaking my heart.
man.
Okay, or I can say, perhaps even though he chose to give in, he's the most qualified choice for Chunin. But no. Well, okay, listen, what I'm trying to say, it goes around to like all sorts of different people in the arena, and they're all like, yo, that was really smart, like that he did that.
That's so funny.
They were like, oh, well, in the real world.
The rhymes are
he
hard, you
would-
guys. Listen to what I did. This is a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, they made it like super obvious that even though he lost, that he's probably going to be picked to be
Yeah.
Chunin.
In fact, I
because
think
they
like,
just,
one of the older Jonin that was watching was literally just like, well, this guy doesn't
Yeah,
know
the
it yet, but
proctor.
he's gonna be a Chunin.
The proctor
Yeah.
said that.
Yeah, it was
he's
like-
like so gonna be a Chunin.
Yeah, and they distinctly said neither Naruto nor Neji deserves to become a Chunin.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we know that even if you win in the bracket, you can still not become a Chunin.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it's just like in the finals, it's just whatever people like.
Yeah.
So, interesting.
Yeah,
But-
but at least then Naruto has if neither of them deserve to be Chunin now, Naruto now has another chance to prove that he
Which
does
is kind
deserve
of
to be
bullshit. You know, the fact that Naruto won't get a pass because not only was his opponent's whole gimmick was, oh, I shut down your chakra, which
Yeah.
he did. He beat the shit out of Naruto, shut down the chakra, and then Naruto got it back
Mm-hmm.
and then won.
Although if I was,
Yeah.
if I knew about the like Ninetales and I was
Yeah.
watching, I'd be like, well, Naruto lost. It's just because of the Ninetales.
Which
Well,
doesn't everybody know about the Ninetales?
All the old folks.
Yeah.
Just
No,
not the
but
kids.
even then, if you are at a literal recruiting auction for a nuclear arms weapon,
Which they basically are.
yeah, why won't you take the Ninetales Fox?
Yeah.
Fuck Naruto.
Oh, actually, do you know why? Like, seriously, Chunin are in charge of squads.
Yeah.
Like the Jonin teach Genin on their squads, but there's
Yeah.
also squads that are like, I think all Chunin or something,
Mm-hmm.
and Chunin are squad leaders. So it's not even just about strength; it's about planning. Like you have to be able to be a leader.
But Naruto still planned
Which
all of
I
that.
feel
Good
like
leader,
all
actually.
of
Yeah.
it was very much so like.
I mean, this is just one guy saying that he didn't
Yeah.
think Naruto or Neji
Also,
were
another
good.
thing we skimmed over was the fact that Sakura said that like she wishes she could be like Naruto,
Yeah.
That was
which is
Yeah.
incredible because she's always thought that he's stupid and like worthless
Yeah.
and like doesn't like
Not
is
anymore.
like what is
No,
it?
she's warmed up to
And
him a lot
after-
more.
Oh yeah.
After he won, she was like, well, like isn't
He's
that how the
pretty
first episode
cool.
opened?
Yeah,
was
yeah.
her being like, man, Naruto's so good.
Yeah, we only.
I
had it
wish
in,
I was like Naruto.
And it was with we had it in. I made it a weird rhyme, but it was the two girls behind her were like, "Ooh, Naruto's kind of cute," and she was like, "Yeah, he's pretty good. It's true." Yeah.
Yeah, what does moot mean? Isn't that what you
Like
wrote
irrelevant. Yes, it is.
Ah.
That's- yeah. So Sakura thought that she was irrelevant because of Naruto.
The guy who invented 4chan, his username was Moot. Chris Moot.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Fun fact
Yeah,
of
we
the
know what
day
it means.
with Raj.
So many fun facts coming your way.
Another fun fact: he sold 4chan to the guy who
Oh, they're
owned
all
I believe,
4chan
2chan,
related.
and then he went to go work for Google.
And we haven't heard from him in like 6
Yes,
years.
it's true. And 4chan is like really good for like advertising, getting stuff made.
Yeah.
And we don't know what he does for Google, but we think that that's the reason that like YouTube has drawn in so many of us, like people our age, because this guy's a genius and he's working at something secret at Google.
No, Moot is a fucking mastermind.
Yeah, yeah,
He needs to be studied. He's like on Snowden level, like, he's changing the world.
It's crazy. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
Naruto, unsurprisingly, can't understand how giving up could be part of a plan. He scolds Shikamaru and is taken aback by the genius young Genin's means to distract. Shikamaru notes that next up that day is the match between Gaara and Uchiha Sasuke. Pretty good?
Stop!
I'm learning that Raj and I find the same rhymes funny.
That is hilarious, dude.
But it's not bad, right? I mean, like,
okay, that one,
Uchiha
not
Sasuke.
bad. The delivery was so good. That was so funny.
But this fact isn't lost on the rowdy crowd, who mostly came for the last Uchiha, proud and strong like those that came in his wake. But will he show up, or is he too late?
But they're like so mad like that they need to start the thing now, but like they're all like, oh, we've got to see Sasuke. Like, why are we waiting so long? But like, if they started then they wouldn't see Sasuke fight at all.
Yeah,
like they had to wait.
All right, with these people, remember the third was like, please don't leave the arena until all the fights are done. So these motherfuckers, they've already eaten their bananas. They've already eaten their chips.
That's true.
They've got nowhere to go, and the only fight that they're there to see isn't like happening.
Oh,
Dude,
it's
and
really
think of
fucking
like everything that's happened so far. So Naruto and Neji, good fight, sure. What was it?
A dropout.
Dropout. And then a give up.
A give up.
Well, it wasn't even much of a fight. It was more so her just talking and Shikamaru go.
Well, half of it was him wasting time standing in
There
the
was
shadow.
there was like a big time
yeah.
pass in the middle too of nothing.
That's true.
I honestly, if I was in the crowd too, I'd be
pissed.
really mad.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you think they've like paid? Is it, like, this is like the WrestleMania of
Yeah,
like
no,
Naruto.
I bet
Village,
this is like great. Like it's like the Olympics.
Literally the
whenever
Olympics.
village hosts this, it's like great for their GDP.
Yeah, for real.
Yes, I'm talking about gross domestic production in the ninja world. Let's get into it. No, let's not. Still,
Not a conversation you're ready for.
Still others are more hyped for Gaara's techniques. Nobody knows where his powers can reach. Genma looks up to see what he should say since Sasuke's not there and the crowd's hardly at bay. The Hokage sees no other course he can take but DQ, though the Kazekage insists they wait. DQ again disqualified. It's the only way to make it fit. Another 10 minutes, he says, will be fine and will help keep the upset civilians in line.
The Kazekage is really like, he keeps doing these looks towards
Yo.
the normal Hokage.
Listen, this show's foreshadowing it's so on the nose that Morgan has called things from episode like 400 of Shippuden.
Yeah.
So like, this show's foreshadowing is not subtle.
Not so.
But goddamn, the way they do the Kazekage.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's creepy.
just
Hokage's
staring.
like, should we wait for Sasuke? And the Kazekage's like, no. My scheme. I mean, my want to see the fight.
Yes.
It's like, not at all. It's nothing. It's just very obvious.
It's also just really funny because, like, what?
Yeah, I know.
Like,
It's-
no, I just want to see Gaara fight. He's good. He's great.
I just want to know what's in the third's head because they keep doing this where like the Kazekage will stare at him like deeply and then the Hokage will stare back and they'll go, yeah, you know, maybe he's right. 10 more minutes.
So the first time it happened, I was like, what the fuck? Because he very clearly, like, paused when Kazekage was, like, staring at him like a creepy little, not even no word for it.
Yeah.
But then, like, after it happened a couple times, I was like, maybe the third's, like, picking up on it and is like, something fishy's going on.
No. I'll give it for the Kazekage here. He has every reason. Like, he always finds a reason. Like, so, like, what was he was like the Lord of Lightning or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. Here he's like, oh well, you know, the whole crowd wants to see it, and you don't want them to be so pissed off. Yeah.
But instead they're trapped.
I know. The third keeps giving into shit. Like fucking Orochimaru was like, make the exams go on, or I'll destroy the village, and the third was just like, all right, let's just do the exams.
I was gonna do it anyway.
I choose to believe that everything the third is doing.
Is calculated.
He's kind of like
Like
he's
got a
picking up
master
on it.
plan. Yeah.
He's a smart old man.
Or he is pissed off that he had to come out of retirement when the fourth died, and he's just like, I hope the village gets destroyed.
Or that.
Don't care.
I don't want to pick a successor. Like,
Orochimaru was the problem like 400 years ago.
if Orochimaru becomes an evil dictator, at least I won't have to pick who's next. So like, saves me some trouble. I just want to be a cloud.
I'm already gone.
Be a cloud.
But yeah, the Kazekage, there's something sinister sinister about his request, but the third Hokage, he's just doing his best.
Oh my god.
I thought it
Raito.
was gonna rhyme.
Oh yeah, no, it's a Christmas special, baby.
Yes.
Raito tells Genma they're holding off still, and the man acquiesces to the leader's will. Outside, a young boy and his master arrive. Not Sasuke, but Guy with Lee by his side.
Yes!
Yes!
Yay!
Yes, baby!
Oh yeah.
God damn, do I love seeing Lee.
I think they try and make you think it's
Yes,
Sasuke
yeah.
and Kakashi.
Yeah.
They do.
Like it shows a crutch and it's like, oh, is Sasuke injured?
Well, because at the beginning they're like, is that who I think it is?
Yeah. And
And
it's
then-
like,
and-
But you know what? I'm glad they had that reaction for Lee. Like,
Yes!
I saw him
Yes!
come out the
No,
hospital.
because the two of them at the gate, they get so excited.
Yes.
because of course they do.
They're like, is that who I think it is? Yeah, I totally
Because
think
those
it
two
is.
come up and it's gonna be like, hey, you look so handsome
No.
today. And guys gonna be like, let the power of youth drive you forward.
They walk up, and the two guys that are at the front gate are like, oh my god, we're so glad you can make it. Come right this
Yeah,
way. Come
yeah.
sit down and watch the fight. And like,
Yeah, everyone loves Lee and Guy in these
I'm
episodes.
imagining the life of like those random ass like shinobi, and they have to go to like a break room and stuff. Like, hey, you know that Mike guy is like fantastic.
Yeah.
It's like
It was
like
oh,
locker room
I
talk.
ran into him the other day. Yeah, he's really chill.
He told me that everything's gonna be fine.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
should just
He
remember
kept
the power
talking
of
about
youth.
Yeah. It's cool though. I feel like it'd be creepy if it was someone else, but like he's cool.
I think I might grow my eyebrows. Yeah.
Dude, I was thinking about getting a bowl cut.
What? When did green become my favorite color? Nice ankle weights, by the way. How many? 5,000 pounds, you said?
Damn, your legs are looking jacked. I never noticed.
Or I'm gonna go do 200 push-ups. If I can't do that, I'll do
gonna do
400 sit-ups. So,
I'll
see
give
you
you
later,
another
buddy.
1,000 push-ups again. Yeah, yeah, that's great. But
That was-
so yeah, Guy and Lee arrive. They've missed most of the matches, but Lee's all right, especially hearing Naruto won his fight. Now we're back inside. Kankuro worries that Sasuke won't show, but Gaara says he will, though he can't really know.
ooh, that was a nice one.
Thank you. Is it when I make it seem like it's not like written down, because there I added a couple words and so it's like a little more naturalistic, you know?
Yeah, it kind of like, and I think it's your delivery too.
Okay.
Because you know when they're not good.
Right.
So you kind of deliver it and you're like, ooh,
Right.
I don't really know.
So if I just say,
But if
oh,
you
it's
just-
like we talked about earlier. If you
confidence,
just do it
baby,
with confidence.
confidence.
Oh yeah. So everyone's worried that in the end they really will have to kick out our friend. That's Sasuke. Every time you say something nice, I fuck it up next one.
That's Sasuke.
I think I'm just gonna stop talking.
Yeah. No, don't. That'll be like that would be
Like a
I'm
staring
trying to think, yeah, I was thinking exactly. Yeah, I was what's the worst thing that could happen on a podcast?
Oh,
I
a
guess if they
staring
just did a
contest.
staring
Yeah.
contest. Something that's only visual and isn't even exciting then. Although
Yeah.
Raj, I will say it was
was
pretty
quite
exciting.
exciting.
Yeah.
Thank you. I don't think I've ever felt that garbage before in my life.
But
That
what?
was insane.
Yeah.
Just, like,
But
breaking
hey.
Well, you
apart.
won.
I won. No, it was.
But
like,
it's like Lee's. It's like how Lee did against Gaara. You know, now he's like in a crutch forever.
Except he didn't win.
Are you in a crutch forever?
Yeah, no, it's kind of like.
That's why he hasn't stood up yet.
Oh, God.
yeah.
Well, that and we've been
He couldn't
podcasting
really
since
win.
it happened.
Oh, that's true.
That is true.
That's also true. So they gave Sasuke like 10 minutes to show up, and at the end of the time granted, what do you know? In a whirlwind of leaves and a dust tornado, Sasuke, with much longer hair, appears and prepares to kick the next fight into gear. Let me finish the rhyme.
It's so long.
His hair?
Okay.
Oh, and it looks
I
so bad.
Yeah.
I just couldn't remember what he looked like before, so I was like, Sasuke looks really
Oh, he's in a
weird.
new outfit now, too.
Yeah,
Like, all
he's
black.
in
Yeah,
a, he's
like,
in
I
a new
do
outfit.
like the all
recognize
black.
this
The
Yeah,
stuff.
all black
outfit-
is cool.
Kind of a great fit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he walks in and his hair's like down to his collarbone. And I'm like, bro, it's been like a month.
Yeah.
Hair does not grow that
No,
fast.
It's chakra growth.
It's the hair, fine, whatever.
Sure.
But his face was not drawn with a person who does it normally.
Oh, yeah. No,
Yeah.
sure,
no.
yeah.
That
I was like, this is
bad.
a different
Yeah, that's
person.
not
Yeah.
sauce.
Maybe
Sasuke's
they.
brother?
Body double?
Is this Itachi?
Oh my god.
I guess we don't know. No.
He really don't.
Yeah, but it's not.
No, if it was, he'd find like a really stupid bullshit way to announce it.
Yeah.
Like when he's like falling off a cliff and like a meteor's about to strike.
Uh-huh.
Have I shown you a picture of my brother Naruto? Here, look, reach for my wallet.
He looks just like me, and he just has longer hair. No, but I do like that. Kakashi and Sasuke showed up, and I think it was Genma. He was like, "Oh, I see you're
like
picking up on
student,
your
like teacher, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, that was kind of cute because they've been hanging out for a month, and so now of course Sasuke's gonna be late too. Kakashi wonders.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
get
'cause
it. I get it. I
Kakashi's
didn't
always
get
late.
it before because it's been a while since we've seen Kakashi be late to something.
That's true.
Because it's been
a while
just
since we've seen
it's
him.
just been tuning.
Yeah.
To be fair,
Yeah.
these past 2 episodes, he's been late. Well, since last.
Well,
7
sure,
episodes,
since he
obviously.
hasn't shown up.
Yeah. He's been late this whole time.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
true, but like I forgot that was his main character trait.
Oh,
is
yeah,
that he
yeah.
No,
just
yeah,
shows up
yeah,
late to
yeah,
things.
no,
Yeah.
yeah.
Kakashi wonders if Sasuke got kicked out, but no, he got in just before his bout. Though, granted, his deadline got extended twice, but I mean, hey, whatever works, right?
Shut the fuck up.
Damn, that just rhymed twice with right.
No, I appreciate that you made it like a casual sentence.
Yeah.
Look, rhymes, all these, different rhymes, it's like different strokes for different blokes, different rhymes for different...
Folks.
That's your kind of rhyme. A rhyme that isn't one. Naruto demands that Sasuke not lose so we can later see a fight between the two.
Stop it. We need this
two
to end.
bros.
This is a
Two
nightmare.
bros. Ino
my
asks
gosh.
Sakura what her feelings are about being from a team with the exam's superstars. Lee, hearing... Did you like the hand motions that went along with that?
He did
Yeah.
make little jazz hands, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Lee, hearing this, can hardly not cry, since all he can do is stand to the side while his friends do battle and persevere through strife. He has been banished from the ninja life.
They said like, or he said, or I don't
Somebody
something. Yeah, that he was powerless against Gaara. He's like, well, I was powerless against Gaara,
Yeah.
and like I wanted to fight
Neji.
but like he was not powerless against
Right, but that
Gaara.
puts you in his headspace.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been in a hospital for the past month, and he
That's
still
awful.
can't really walk very well.
Yeah.
I mean, Guy had to help him.
And he's gripping his little crutch so hard that his little hand is bleeding.
Yeah, I didn't even write that, but like, because in Gaara's sand coffin, I guess his entire, like, half his arm is crushed.
Yeah.
So, like, I can't even imagine what it looks like under that bandage. Where if he gripped something so hard it would bleed that much. Like,
I should know this.
Yeah.
Because I have an anatomy final tomorrow. But I don't think I do know this.
wait, about arms getting crushed?
Why it would bleed if
Oh,
you
yeah.
grip something so hard
But
after
it's,
having
you
your
can,
arm crushed.
I mean, it really, like, you can only imagine how fucked up Lee is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shikamaru and Naruto clear the ring so we can finally get on with this thing. Kankuro...
Sorry.
Thank you. Kankuro tells Gaara to do what he was told to do, but his demon is awakened. His brother's words don't get through. Two grass ninja, commanded forth by their leader, approach Gaara on the stairs of the amphitheater. For this rhyme to work, you have to accept that the Chunin Exam ring is an amphitheater. I'm not sure what an amphitheater is. Let's
Isn't
assume
it like
that
a
it's this.
circular like?
Yeah, it's
thing?
like
So that's
yeah.
kind of it,
It's
right?
like a coliseum.
Yeah, yes.
I'll give it a go.
Look, maybe don't. So in
Maybe.
case I'm wrong. Yeah.
I'm good.
Let's just believe. But the point is they're in like the stairwell and these two motherfuckers run up on him. They're trying to fuck with the odds of a bet. Their boss bet against Gaara. They're trying to get the Sand Ninja to agree to throwing the fight. A plan, I must say, that was not very bright. Morgan, what's
That
your...
was a
Yeah.
interesting rhyme.
There was
scheme
like
there.
no
It was good.
blackmail.
Amphitheater. An open circular or oval building with a central space surrounded by tiers of seats for
Wait,
spectators.
so it's literally an
It's
amphitheater.
literally an
Yeah.
amphitheater.
Thank you for Googling it in that case. That's... Holy shit, it's literally an amphitheater. Like, we should have been calling it an amphitheater this whole time.
But
And
that wouldn't fit in the rhyme.
only because... Oh, nice. That was good. You rhymed
Yeah.
off me. That was very good.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, what was I just saying?
Something about the goons and their...
Oh
trying
yeah,
to-
because they're just like, hey, throw the fight, but like, why? Like, there's no threat.
Oh,
There's
hey, you know what you should do?
like-
Throw the fight.
Yeah, they're
Dude,
like
you know what would be
not.
mad
They don't
funny?
have any blackmail.
Throw
They don't have
fight.
any like
Well,
anything
no, it's
to.
because their lord is betting money on.
Right, but they
But
give
they
nothing
don't have.
for Gara.
Yeah.
They're not like throw the fight because.
No,
they're
because
just
we're
like,
gonna get
threatened
this.
him.
Yeah.
They were
But, like,
we're
it's
gonna
fucking
beat the
Gara.
shit out of you. Well, they don't know
Yeah,
that.
they're
That's
idiots.
true.
No, because
Actually,
Gaara's ninja card is
That's an
is question
interesting
mark,
detail, that I didn't mention. Everyone was, well, like kind of, but I didn't clarify. Fucking Sasuke, everybody's like, oh, he's the last Uchiha. Everyone knows how fucking dope he
Yeah.
is. And Gaara, they're like, just a mystery nuclear threat.
They're
from
like,
the
There's
it's
stand.
these two
Gaara.
weirdos in the stand who are like, they're looking at ninja cards like Kabuto had. And,
Yeah.
Like Sasuke's is decked the fuck
Yo,
out.
I bet they sell that as merch. Like
They
ninja
probably
cards.
do.
Yeah.
oh my god,
and
make your
Gaara's
own
all
ninja
like
card.
question marks and stuff. He doesn't even have a single field like filled in.
Yeah. So
No
so
one
they don't
knows who
know
he
how
is.
strong he
He's a
is.
mystery.
Well, Gaara's gourd pops open, and in less than a breath, the Grass Village goons have met their sandy death.
That's so
I
good.
can only make ugly faces at that. There's no words.
I like
for
that
it.
one.
But Naruto and Shikamaru...
Sandy death sounds like the worst way to die.
That's
I
like,
like
that's
it.
Raj's worst
Yeah,
nightmare.
that is awful.
It's not heat death
Sand
anymore,
coffin
it's
is
sandy
terrible.
death.
Yeah.
Sandy
Fuck
death.
that.
But yeah, Naruto and Shikamaru were going up the same stairwell, so they saw this shit go down. Yeah.
Which is
Yeah. They also were like, hey, if we were a minute earlier or later, that would have been us. But like,
It's in the
no, it wouldn't.
rhyme. I
I'm
rhymed that
sorry.
exact line. It was so much work.
But
It's fine.
It
Rhyme
wouldn't
that
have been.
exact
You're
line.
right, you're right.
it wouldn't have been unless they threatened him. Or
Yeah,
were like,
no, well,
hey,
I
Well,
know,
it,
but-
I don't
it may
know.
have been.
Yeah, he was
because
so
it's-
pissed off, you never know.
It was kind of like again, you have to remind yourself this is like a cartoon.
Yeah.
Because like when they were
Of
dragging the
course.
second guy, it was like...
I know, he was like,
I was like,
whoa!
Which his hand was like reaching and grabbing, and then it went limp, but he kept
Then it-
yelling.
Yeah.
yeah.
And I was like,
I think it's because the sand just starts slowly crushing you.
Oh, God.
but wouldn't that be like a painful extended hand,
And it would
not
be
a
like,
limp
"Ugh,"
hand?
And it would like,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's bad animation.
Well,
I don't
sure.
think
That's
That's
why.
also-
That's
yeah.
why I wanted to point out how bad
Yeah.
the animation was because it didn't even fit with the sound.
No, you're right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it didn't make a lot of
Sorry.
sense. Naruto and Shikamaru look on in fear, a hallway away, but still awfully near. As Gaara approaches, they believe they will die, but with nary a glance, the boy passes by. If the kids had gone up just a second before, their corpses would surely now lie on the floor.
But that's not
Well,
true at all.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think they're
Unless
they're
they-
probably scared.
No, yeah, really scared.
Yeah, but unless they were like, hey, lose.
Hey!
That's what it takes to
would've
get Gaara to
said,
kill you.
I want to go in and edit the episode and take away all of the goons' audio and just have it be, hey, lose.
Naruto would have like for sure said something, you know.
Yeah.
We would have been like,
Oh,
yeah,
go give
that's
Sasuke the word of
true,
his
that's
life,
And we
bro.
saw it when Kankuro was like, yo,
What?
don't let the demon be its demon thing. And Gaara was like, I'm too busy thinking about killing.
I'm gonna be a
Oh
demon.
my god, his
Yeah.
animation is so bad when he's angry. He's
I
like,
know! And it sucks because when
he looks like he's rabid. Like,
but like when creepy Gaara looks good, it's cool. Like in the Rock Lee fight when
Yeah.
the sand started to chip off and you saw that evil smile, that shit was cool.
Yeah.
And so
this
it's just
episode is so
This was
Yeah.
not cool.
below. Gaara and Sasuke stand face to face, and all that the onlookers can do is brace themselves for the battle about to be showed. To hear about it, listen to our next episode, because that's the end
that's-
of episode 65.
You've redeemed yourself.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Not only did you have an inner sentence rhyme,
Yes.
it ended well.
Thank you. Yes, so the episodes end with Gaara and Sasuke. They're together. They're about to fight, and we stop. So what's the word?
Well, quick note. So I don't know if you guys noticed, at the end of this last episode,
Mm-hmm.
the outro's different.
Yeah,
didn't
I
actually
did
notice that.
notice.
It's a
but
different song
why?
and video. I don't know, but it's way better than what the fuck they were doing before.
I didn't
It's
know.
I
a
didn't
really
really
good
watch
outro.
it, but I was very confused because I was like,
I'll do what I did last time
Trying
you
to
brought up
come
intros and
here.
outros, which is go to next week's outline and put in a note for myself. Watch the intro.
But
and
who
outro.
knows? I don't know if because there's no reason for them to change. The season didn't
yeah.
change.
Yeah.
And the intro
intro's
was
still
the
the
same.
same.
It was just the outro was different. I was watching the episodes like right before we were recording, so I didn't watch it.
Right,
because I
right.
was
So you
like,
stopped at the
yeah,
outro. Yeah, that makes
Because
sense.
I was like, oh, okay, we have to go record now. But
mean,
like,
I
I
usually
was
stop at the
confused.
outro.
and
Yeah,
I was
me
like,
too.
I was
what?
just riding off the high of hearing Eno say bitch, so I was just
Yeah,
like,
you
I
were
gotta
like,
do
yes,
that.
give me more.
Yeah. But it's way better than the fuck they were doing with that chibi shit. Like,
Oh, yeah?
It's a great
Alright.
I just
I'll have
noticed
to
it was a
watch
different
it.
picture, and I was like, this
Yeah, no,
is
it's a
weird.
great-
I'll check it out. We'll talk
Yeah.
about it next week. Music in 64.
Fantastic.
Super
Holy
good.
shit, so
Yeah.
good.
There was a moment where Lee showed up in the stands, and it wasn't just that the dudes outside were like, "Yo, Lee and Guy, it's so cool to see you."
Yeah.
Lee showed up, and Ino and Sakura turned, and they were like, "Holy shit, Lee!
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
awesome that you're here!"
Yeah.
Like everyone loves Lee now.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Sakura was excited to see Sasuke, and then turned around, and then it was Ino that was excited to be. Well, they were both excited, but like,
Yeah.
Ino didn't seem excited to Sasuke, but she seemed excited to Lee.
Yeah, and
which is
these because
after the
they
flower
probably
shop. Like,
visited him
Yeah.
over like a little more, you know. I
Yeah.
don't really remember.
Either that or like, Eno's just giving up.
Yeah, yeah.
She's like, I can't.
And she's
be.
like, all right, or she doesn't like the new long hair, so she turns and she's like, hey, bushy
Not
braids.
even that, like, Sakura has Sasuke, but now even Naruto now is
Yeah.
just suddenly getting really clouded up.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
Yeah.
like,
We got some good boys.
Naruto and Sakura, I could shit, but it doesn't matter. Episode, do you not agree with that?
Well, besides that, ships are just we need wacky names for that. But regardless,
Wacky names.
Yeah.
I think with these
Sakuto.
episodes, Sakurito,
Sakurito.
Chin Sakurito.
Episode title!
Excellent callback.
But I really like so the first episode was like
I'm glad Neji got like a close, like his story like ended.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Oh yeah, that actually was cool. I totally forgot about the first episode we watched this week.
And honestly, it was like a really good ending with Neji's like, don't bow to me.
Dude, the fact that Hisashi, like that whole thing, oh my god, I totally skipped over this. Hisashi's whole thing of like, yeah, I choose to die for you, brother. It's not because of my duty, it's because you're my brother.
Yeah, and then he revealed like Neji's been holding all this hatred in his heart for no reason. There's and even Neji, who was so sensible, which like this, like Morgan, I think you were talking about this, like the difference between him and Gaara is that Neji, he has a goal, but it's like it's valid. No, he's doing this for a good reason.
No, he wants to win to prove to himself that he is capable of winning. Gaara just wants to kill. He wants death.
And once that reason's gone, Neji's entire reason to have like hatred and revenge is fueling him. Now that it's gone, he's just like, hey, I forgive you. I understand.
And fucking Hiyashi bowing to him.
And he's like, don't bow to me, please. He starts crying.
I know, dude.
Neji crying.
Neji had an amazing arc that ended in this episode.
It was really good.
It's really insane how expressive his eyes could be despite not having them. I know. That's so awesome.
I really hope that picked up really well on the mic, my massive air output.
And then the Shikamaru fight.
Oh yeah.
I think was. Well, as a fight itself, kind of shit, but like Shikamaru is so cool.
Okay, the ideas behind it are really badass.
Yeah,
like the whole like
flipping the wall.
And I love the parachutes shadow. Yeah, that's a great idea. And using the holes.
Yeah, the hole is such a good idea.
Yeah,
because like the
cross match continuity, you know.
Well, yeah, and he definitely was like I have a feeling that the first time he sent out his shadow, he was like, "Fuck!" Like I'm not.
Yeah, and so he saw it,
and then he was like,
"All right, boom, this is what's happening." Yeah.
Do a little.
Yeah, and
it is quite
on brand.
No.
What is the word you're looking for?
If I knew the word I was looking for, I would have already said it.
I guess that's true.
Quite convenient.
Oh yeah.
It is quite convenient that Temari just happened to be standing in the center of those holes.
No, he pushed her back. There, yeah. With that was his whole where he was driving his shadow.
But even then, like, if she had gone straight back, because she was directly in the middle.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, that was the point. That was the point during the chase. He was guiding her with the shadow.
Yeah. So ultimately what you're saying is just like giving Shikamaru more clout. Like,
it's convenient.
Yeah, very. What's convenient? The holes are there.
Well, yeah. But I feel like maybe Kishimoto got like complaints during the prelims of like, yo, it's weird that there seems to just be a Zamboni that cleans everything in between.
Frank the Zamboni princess is just really good
at
his job.
Right, of course. But like, I feel like for the finals, he was like, okay, let me try and build in the environment more, you know? Which makes me really excited to see, like, Gar and Sasuke fight.
Update on my tier. I don't know what happened or how dirty these tables are, but there's like a...
You know, it seems like your tier burned into... Your tier's made of acid.
Or it's just salt.
No, it definitely wasn't snot. Okay, you guys didn't notice it, but I tasted it at some point. Right? I wanted to be sure what it was.
Oh my.
It was salty. It was a tear.
Oh, so that's...
Snot is also salty.
Don't tell me that. I won't sleep tonight. I will not sleep tonight.
Snot is salty.
And
if
the water evaporates, there's salt.
That's just salt.
Guys, they're telling me just...
No, Raj, do you have a solution?
Okay, what is it?
Lick the table.
No, he won't be able to tell it's just salt either way.
It's just salt. It's just... Let's just...
That's
I
salt.
just wanted to see him lick the fucking table. Y'all had to ruin my
I'm trying to go to sleep tonight.
Let's just agree that these tables are horrifying and Raj may cry acid. And move on to the reader responses. First up, as always, we give our thanks to our patrons and fans. Yes, that's right. I mean you. But above all, the three that support us the most are Sonin, our Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Pro Hendrix, though newer, has plenty of style, and we hope that he stays with us for quite a while. There's Nina, the first ever patron we had. They're amazing, and seriously, I am so glad they've stuck around with us from the very start. They're funny and cool and have a huge heart. And speaking of huge, don't forget the machine. The Rock, the wrestler, the man of our dreams. I'm talking Dave Mata, the super cool dude. Without the support of these folks, we'd be screwed.
We recorded these episodes ahead of time, but don't want our new patrons out of the rhyme. So, hey guys, Liam from the future here to say a massive thanks to our good old friend Jay, who did something amazing and raised the amount of support delivered to the NaruTalk account. And they're not the only new patron we got. Jane Jaramillo has officially brought the podcast to a place that it's never been. Our first ever pledge at the tier of Jonin. Or again, I could say to a place it's never been, our first ever pledge of the tier of Joan. Look, it doesn't matter. Morgan and Raj aren't here to bully me about my rhymes right now, so I can rhyme whatever I want. But anyways, yeah, big thanks to those two. They are, Jay raised her pledge from $5 to $10 a month, which is amazing. That's up to the Chunin tier. And Jane Jarmila is the first person to ever pledge at the $25 tier, which is really big for the podcast, and we super duper appreciate it. We don't have shoutouts recorded for the next couple weeks because we recorded them so far in advance, but I did want you guys to be in the Christmas special because it's Christmas, baby. Everyone wants to be in that. All right, I've talked for like a minute. Let's get back to the episode.
Fucking bars, my guy! Fucking bars!
That was great.
That was incredible.
Yes. I wish my biggest regret of our Halloween special was that
You didn't make it rhyme?
We didn't. No. That we didn't give the patrons spooky names. And so I was like, this time I have to put them in the Christmas rhyme, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was
Spooky can be subjective, so we could just say their name and go,
Hey, Nada, Nina, Pro Hendrix.
just like freak out.
go back,
that's
re-edit
for
the
the-
Halloween episode,
Put
put it
that
up.
Put that in, yeah.
It's Halloween episode special edition.
Redux.
Special kind only for these three
Re-release
patrons.
DLC.
And people will listen to it and they'll be like, I wonder what's different. And then
And
at the
it's
end
just
it's
that.
like, oh, that was
Just that part.
But hey, let us know what you think of us, the episodes, ask questions, give comments, whatever you want to do, baby. Here's how you can get in touch with us. This doesn't rhyme. Our email is narutalkpod@gmail.com. Our Facebook is NaruTalk, the Naruto ShipPodcast. On YouTube, we're NaruTalkPod, and in 2 weeks, there's going to be a video of Raj and I Anime NYC, so check that out.
Be ready for that.
Instagram and Twitter, we're at NaruTalkPod. You can use hashtags like hashtag NaruTalkPod or, Narutalk, whatever. Our website is narutalk.wordpress.com, and above all, our Patreon is www.patreon.com/NaruTalkPod. There's tiers on that motherfucker. $2, you're in our Discord where we discuss. Bonus episodes at the $5 tier, Rio Radio, which we pushed a lot last week, so you probably listened, but in 3 weeks, there's a Rio Radio episode coming out about our favorite things from 2019. So you don't want to miss it.
At all.
At $25 tier, you get t-shirts and the episode outline shared with you. So please, someone give to that tier so that you can read this poem I wrote this week.
Yeah.
Okay? I worked really hard on it. Please come and listen. But seriously, any amount of money helps, and of course, it's greatly appreciated. Links for all that stuff is in the description. Let's hear a reader response. Or, however many.
I'll jump in.
Okay.
So my reader response is special because it's not just one person; it's
Okay.
many. It's everyone has been sending in their Spotify Wrapped.
Yeah.
Thing. So basically, Spotify, what it does at the end of every year is give you a bunch of stats and data and stuff for what you've been listening to personally. And a lot of you out there have been sending us that you've listened to NaruTalk.
Yeah, like thousands of hours of NaruTalk.
And we appreciate that so much. So I just want to give a little second to everyone who's been doing that and how interactive and great you are.
I didn't write down all the names of people, but there's a lot
No,
of
there's
them,
a
and
lot
we've
of
been
you.
retweeting and liking. And,
Yeah.
it's
Can
really
I-
cool.
Seriously, thank you so much for that.
Can I tell a story of my
Most.
Spotify
Oh yeah, yours
Wrapped?
is really funny.
So I listen to one podcast on Spotify, and it's our podcast. And throughout this year, I've listened to a total of 5 minutes of this podcast.
and it's a really funny screen because it's got like the NaruTalk logo like back and back and back. It's like your favorite podcast was 5 minutes of Naruto. Yes! But it was a good 5 minutes.
It was a bloody fucking good 5 minutes to conversate so much.
Bloody fucking good 5 minutes. Wow.
That's incredible.
Katie, while Morgan recovers, do a reader response.
So on YouTube, I hope I don't say this wrong. Eduxo Kishibe.
I don't know. I'm reading the same thing you are.
Okay, I hope I didn't say your name wrong. They said, this podcast is my favorite one. I love Naruto, and it's so good to remember the older episodes while doing other things. Love from Brazil.
Thank
Still
you.
repping.
Yeah.
I love hearing from international listeners.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And like I watch our stats, and when the numbers go up in other countries, you know what I mean? Like that is so exciting. All right, Morgan, what's the?
I have one from Reddit user Far From Carbon, and they said, Liam! Fucking English, you legend. Thanks for bringing this podcast to the world. Love listening to the show. I want you guys to succeed so bad. From London, UK. I apologize for my previous accent.
Oh yeah,
But it's on,
that was a bloody fucking good comment. I must say. That was just nothing.
Better than Emma. Better than Emma.
Yeah. Did you want the comment back? I just erased it.
I still have it.
Oh.
It doesn't go away unless I refresh.
I
Oh,
see, I see.
really?
All right, well, thank you. Yeah, Far From Carbon, thank you. And also, usually when people reach out to me about the podcast, they talk about something that you three do. I very rarely have anybody mention my name. So
Your first name, at least, was...
Leo?
I almost just said Scrempt.
Scrempt? Oh, like they screamed it.
Oh,
okay, yeah.
But I almost said
understand.
Scrempt.
Scrempt sounds very British, though.
It does.
Oh, yeah, that was just something that I scrempt.
So, for everybody who cares, I've been watching...
Well, hopefully they do. They're 2 hours in.
I've been watching The End of the Fucking World.
That show is so good.
It's so good.
Yeah.
But the girl, what's her name?
I don't know, but I have the illest crush on her.
No,
She's
she's
white.
fucking dope.
She is so
Is she
fucking.
a-
She's
she
a
a
white
white
girl.
woman?
Yeah. A white woman, baby.
No, but
Yes!
like her accent is so particular and it's really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like it a lot.
Yeah.
All of the accents
I
on
like
the
it a
show,
lot.
because a lot of shows that take place in the UK, like they're very like soft accents, like they soften anything,
Yeah.
like any like not twang, but like anything that harsh
Yeah,
about
yeah.
it. Their accents are so like punchy, and
Yeah, that's
it's
pretty
so
cool.
good. But that's why I sounded like that a moment ago.
Cool. All right, so yeah, those were awesome responses from all the way around the world, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But
You
hey,
are Mr. Worldwide.
we are together, Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide.
It's like a communist version of that.
Yes, we are Mr. Worldwide. What are the voices I'm doing right now?
Listen, the rhyming is killing you. Let's just finish this up for you guys.
Hey, please like,
Christmas.
subscribe, rate, whatever you do, wherever you are. And hey, if you're in the podcast app, you can leave a 5-star review in-app. And we've been getting a lot more lately,
incredible.
which is really cool. And mayhaps that's because we'll always read them out.
Yes.
Even if they're negative. Ooh, there's so many good ones to choose from. All right, now let's do this one.
Like Christmas.
Nice callback.
Incredible.
Yes, it is
Go
like
back,
Christmas.
it's the whole fucking episode.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that's why I did all this rhyming. I thought I just went insane.
Well, you did.
Right, true. Anyways, this is from Big Boy Dick the Second.
Wow.
So, Big Boy.
I'm pleading with you right now.
This is good. Big Boy Dick the Second's review it's titled "Podcast Gay," and the body of the review is simply, "This podcast is gay and I'm homophobic."
Wow.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I mean, true. Not related to that 5-star review, but Raj, your laugh is like my favorite thing in the whole world.
I truly believe that is an excellent review.
It is
Great.
incredible. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thanks.
I'm sorry,
Big
but
boy
thank
dick
you.
the
Yeah, sorry you're homophobic.
Yeah, no, not sorry that we're gay.
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry that you're homophobic.
Yeah, but thanks for leaving 5 stars anyway.
Thanks for saying we're gay,
That's how you get
because
us
being gay is
treated.
awesome.
Big Boy Dick the Second. But yeah, hey, tell your friends about this shit. I worked really hard on this week's episode, so
Yeah.
please make people
Yeah.
listen
He
to
lost
our
his fucking
rhymes and
mind.
shit.
We have
Yeah.
to go
Oh my
find
gosh,
it
that's
after we're
so
done
cool.
recording.
True. Big thanks to the graphics team, Glenn Federico and Ali Caruso. I like saying that.
Yeah.
It makes it feel very
Yes.
very official.
Yeah,
You
I
like
said
have
that
an
last week and I
office
was
and
like,
like a
ooh,
studio with like
fancy.
Yeah, exactly,
employees.
yeah.
Yeah.
And next Monday, we're going to be watching episodes 66, 67, and 68. Let us know what you think of those if you watch ahead. They're pretty big episodes. And then we're taking a little sort of a break for 3 weeks. So, I mean, there's still going to be content coming out, but it'll be like, you'll see. The point is, tune in next week for 66, 67, and 68. And, wait a second. Guys,
Where the
what-
cookies
where are the
go?
who left the window
They're
open?
gone.
What?
I thought...
Wait, the window shattered.
What? We're on the 3rd floor. Oh my god, is that a gunshot wound?
Oh my god.
Guys, we gotta
Wait,
go.
wait a second. What's that up on the roof? Do I hear some sleigh bells? It must be Santa with a ski mask and his gun. Or we're losing our minds. Well,
I'm
look,
losing blood. Hurry up.
maybe Santa is real. Look,
Jingle Belly ambulance.
that's 913 is the Jingle Bell ambulance. It goes ambulance, ambulance, Jingle Bell ambulance. Listen, that's all for this episode, folks. We hope you enjoyed our stories and jokes, and that you tune in again very soon to brighten your holidays, work, or your mood. And whatever you celebrate, even if not at all, We hope that you're happy, healthy, and heed our call to smile, be friendly, and help the world a bit. And as always, be safe, have fun, believe it!
Okay, everybody, here we go.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Now bring us a figgy pudding. Now
Figgy pudding.
No, figgy pudding. It's made with figs.
Oh, sorry.
And bacon.
What?
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
We won't go until we get some. We won't go until we get some. We won't go until we get it. So bring some out here.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas.